hard match.
What is this?
That was you.
This one.
Boosted that slow.
Look at that.
Let's go.
We are live now.
Remember that we said slow one.
Sit on
Will this be the light
I
start?
can see that from a mile away.
Sit here.
Unless it's not Puneet.
Come sitting around.
Be careful with that camera.
Should I be do?
चटाई की मौसम है क्या?
चटाई में सो जाती हूँ तेरे कहने के बाद। I like your spirit. You want the audience should be most comfortable. Rashid Khan.
We are chilling there.
Whatever is good.
Let's connect.
He comes in.
How do you do that? You release it like this.
His hands are straight from home.
And then you do that. Why show you?
What do you
You only asked that.
He has 14.
You only asked.
You're going to pull it over.
Yes, Rajan.
He just went away after.
Ask him, you have to follow, bro.
Why?
Ask.
Shivansh.
Will we go to
Sid.
whether
Ask Ray also.
he's played tomorrow and then finals tomorrow?
Hey, how is the rain forecast for today?
It says stop at 9.
Entire day.
It's no rains in the.
Till 3 it's going
No, it stops at 9 now. Why is it raining?
Yeah, that's
No,
right.
it said stop at
Change
9,
out.
but then
What is
start
the
again.
what is the latest forecast?
booking a trunk call to Lord in
Latest forecast என்னன்னு கேக்குறான். நேத்து
Somebody
forecast
said that it should not have been raining now.
Joel is the one who is with the phone. Joel.
Uncle, yesterday said until 9.
yeah, latest forecast. Right now what is SMHI's forecast? That is the latest.
Yeah, go there only and see.
Rain.
Just it's cloudy.
Until
No, it's check for Limham,
Does anyone have the radar?
not Gothenburg.
we're taking Malmö.
Yeah, I know, I was joking.
एक मैं और एक सीवी और तू भी लेके
नहीं मेरे तो रहता ही है पर मैं अभी शिवाजी की गाड़ी चाहता हूँ देखा दे मैं भूल जाऊँगा तो फिर मुझे वॉक करके लगाना
सनस्क्रीन भी लगा
This is gonna stop at 10.
10 now?
Yeah.
13.
Till 10 it's raining.
Yeah.
What's time now?
है तू लगा ले
9:35.
हो जाता है यार वरना
यार उसके साथ आई
क्लाउड पर लगाती हूँ
एंड मेरे तो इतना जल रहा है उसके साथ उसके बाद आई डोंट पुट एनी उसका तो कोई इलाज नहीं
Yeah. I'll send you the link to you. Send to all the groups, including Chittappa, Appa, Ellar Kanchu, Anish,
Not going here.
Yeah.
my brother's son.
I got it. You don't have a single group. It's complete family.
Hey, today's Tony's birthday, boys.
But that group I'll not send.
No, today July 7th, right?
We have to.
one of his articles
Let's
yeah,
get
like
it.
a little bit
July 7th.
I know. I
Yeah.
know.
Only bad though.
We have one which is
What
like.
do you have? Deep
He
fried.
runs out the wall to find like.
Kevin, what's on your
He runs for me.
deep skull, I ran 20.
Let's Tony and all know. Get
Yesterday also I ran 20 was deep skull, deep skull.
So what do you like? I don't find so deep. See, third man.
Easier than
It's sad with that. I feel
Yeah,
current.
good. 20 overs.
If we get too deep, it will get too
At least the pitch is good. For me, every deep.
There's no hope of Umpires. He didn't get a single, like he didn't get.
But the ball starts.
He had one job now to get root and barrage. Pass.
Touch and go to run from there to it.
They're not good. Then who's the one? Sorry, and reason if you don't.
What did you
get
see,
them
Joel?
Yeah, you don't get
But
deep.
Malayalam
It's gonna stop at
They're like almond batsmen.
They tried in second.
This also something I don't get.
At least it's
Discussing, right? Maybe
Yeah, exactly.
somebody told
He
me
was dropped.
to dikhana.
God.
Somebody dropped his
He
catch.
got banned. They tried.
दिख रही है उसके बाद
It's either stay one, but you have to say the
Didn't Mal drop him, bro? Sami last, he dropped Mal.
Jiri.
He dropped Sami last.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wait, have we ever drawn?
On the last, during the end of the match. He dropped him.
No. That's hard.
No, yeah, he did. And he said, what's the point of taking? Yeah.
When did I say that?
Yeah, he did.
That's hard. No.
What's the XR?
He was keeping, no, then Kevin got a nick.
No, not that, bro. First force match. Not the semi-final. First one all over.
No, I don't know about
Both matches we
Last year, I mean.
Wow. Yeah.
Lavin, we paired them.
Green and orange. was a bit sad.
Scone.
Only last year they were good.
No.
This year,
Then if they beat Levin today, that's what we want, right? We want Scorner to win. And then we can lose this and still make the final. Will we have a better net run rate?
We have to just lose out like this bad.
Yeah.
Close that. And then
But we just need Scorner to beat Levin and then it's a pretty good chance. So that's good at least.
get one Sami by
and then more will come.
It's either all the matches must be
Syed,
random
Shah,
or it's only
Yeah.
We'll have to play the match.
Going into the finals on Saturday. We kept every match.
I'm sitting at
How do you want it
stand
like
here.
If I think I'll go only. I won't tell you. I didn't bat.
Is it same position or this position? Ask him.
It's just natural.
I'll go one down. If you go
push the ball that way, then
You were yesterday you were trying to do something.
They are betting. I've been nervous. They are betting. One boundary get caught.
They are betting.
I
Oh
shot
yeah,
back.
can you just type it in here?
But then when
Outside
when
of
that
the
thing was happening,
One boundary is everything you need. So confidence.
Corner चाहिए अभी.
Cricket. Then you wait for one. Then you start back.
अभी तो गर्मी
मेरा तुम्ही को पता
Gagan.
Gagan.
तुम्ही को पता
Very difficult spelling, no?
they call me Gangan
Gangan. They can call you Ganguli, no?
better
Gangan.
they love me so much
Gang.
How do they call you?
Did you call him Gagan?
I mean, anybody.
Okay, how do you call it?
Shiv Karthike
We are.
Easy.
where is my
Gagan calls him
blue bat
Gagan.
है क्या?
Who is Shivajit?
What's his name?
पागल है क्या?
Gangan.
Gags.
yeah
Oh,
why is it smiling
Like it.
oh,
Guess.
oh.
Hey, help! Gramangal!
Oh.
Hey, Gangan.
Help, Gramangal! Hey, help! Gramangal!
No, but do you remember Ronnie? Robert in your run.
Hey,
Who's the players in the descending order? Who will get 5 canes, 10 canes, 3 canes, 2 canes and 1 cane?
Kane.
Kane
Cane.
Beating. What happened?
They're gonna take a call like maybe if it's 1 hour, we can start the match until 11. But if you don't start the match until 11, they will cut down the overs.
DLS.
Dude, they are a team inside, yaar.
he's gonna stop bro see that
Then like, it'll be you got to press. Somebody will come.
Where is the
See the what?
clouds
There's one good thing that they told us,
I'll ball.
that Fors and Blixt are the best at timekeeping.
Where is the new bat, bro? Blue Ultimate Edition.
Go for it.
It's coming.
So Sami also got out to France. But I went dropped it. Yes, I'm sure Sami also got out to France.
And leave.
Remember, pretty sure.
He's got short. No, because they were short wide.
We are
I went to third man. Sorry.
Down. Can you move those things?
yeah same
Sorry, there's chair on that, right? That's chair, right?
You know, they said that us and Fors make the best timekeeping team that's strong. I think that one game.
No, the other one can move from door to door. Strong boy, go gym.
okay stop
तू ऐसे मत कर यार मैं मजाक कर रहा था stop acting game है मुझे रहा मेरे साथ मारो क्या ना
Let's do it now. We have nothing to do. Just for fun.
This slide can't do it.
Come in.
I am not sleeping for क्या पता यार क्या क्या वो कुछ पंजाबी में बोल रहा है मुझे नहीं समझ आती वो चीजें पंजाबी करो
English में बोल दे.
ये था your bat is gone
Video is so same right.
You can't use that in our ground.
English का
Can you just jump off?
Man, coach,
I need to get camera back.
yeah, welcome.
ठीक है तो
Come on, shut up. What are you doing? Do it too. No, you'll win. What is this? No, do it.
हाँ बहुत यार मैंने तो मजाक के लिए किया ये तो
Why are you using your whole body?
Oh. Who is is doing all
You
that.
have
Phone. What phone do you have? But the video clarity is so good.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
13.
13.
13, yeah.
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 Nothing, no extra software.
It's just the fun.
It's much better than 10s.
It's good, isn't it?
The zoom is so good, like as good as this.
Yeah,
I got a pump for it.
I haven't.
I can share all the footage with you.
Yeah.
You can't let this one go.
But I am yet to see the full footage. I was, but I got a chance to have something to see today. Music stops in between.
Music, I try and do my best with the music.
No, is there something like it goes up and down?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, I thought it's my problem with my phone.
No, it goes up and down.
It goes up and down.
Yeah, sometimes I have music, sometimes just the crowd. If it's windy, it's a bad sound.
Okay.
He'll be
It is excellent video quality.
No, good.
And I love the crowd from there. Only problem is the rain and the sun. Now that I can't move my camera back and forth, that's an issue. And when it's too sunny, it's hard to sit there with the camera. I don't see the viewfinder.
Exactly.
I need an umbrella. Otherwise, that is the perfect angle.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, hopefully the boys like it. They usually like to see themselves.
so for example, Rahul, the off spinner, in the video you captured, come in place, cut short, late. I was able to appreciate only after I saw it.
Yeah, okay.
Who is gonna win?
बस भी तरह खुशी सिखा रहे हो मेरे को पक्षी देने के लिए जैसे ओ मेरे स्क्रीन पे खुशी दे दे ऐसे बोल रहा था
I was able to appreciate it after seeing your video because it's putting it in a straight angle, right?
Yeah, different angles are good.
Cheers. ये बैठ जाता है
Your dad is coming. He's at cook getting you a drink.
Good morning.
Bro, give me your shoes at least. Give yours, bro.
Huh?
It's nice video that you captured everyone's moments at
Paul did that.
You will have fun.
But if you run back, that's a problem.
Okay. तेरा नाम क्या है? भी बोल दे.
Coach, हमारे show.
Yes.
इस्माइल भाई.
Yes.
Salute. नाम क्या था?
नाम से बैठ गया.
अबे मैंने पागल है क्या?
It's okay. White walk.
पागल है क्या?
मैंने याद तेरे पास ये कहता है raining.
क्या कर रहे हैं हम?
Sunny मेरे ख्याल टॉस जीता उसने. No, I think so.
चलो let's go outside.
ये तार.
अरे वो खुद बताएगा.
Bowling boys.
I am more happy because you will all be out of this tent. Socks like a brave.
white one. I have.
Hey, Varanda.
मेरा पूरा किट बैग बाहर लेके आ. चलो बाहर चलो जल्दी यार.
ये थोड़ी सी चीज बाहर निकाल लो. अभी बारिश रुक गया है तो
इधर आ रही है. ये प्रेस नहीं कर पा रही हूँ
इसमें जबरदस्त 8 है
Joel, come in.
you need
I'm coming, baby.
Okay, and don't go and back. Yeah, I know they are good but we can turn the table.
Hey Sundar.
Morning. How are you?
Good luck, man.
Good luck.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Live stream started? Or?
Started. I'll come over.
Yeah, boys. 3, 2, 1, Blixt!
Yeah.
Take that chair, take this chair.
Yeah.
I threw a ball here. Oh, whoa, you just hit the camera. I just threw a ball down here. White ball anywhere?
Okay. Wait.
Can I throw that for 1 second?
हाँ सपोर्ट ले हाँ
Easier. It is 5 minutes away from the ground. Joel's dad is going to come in.
Someone said he's there.
No, he's coming. Today he had some. He's my wife. Mama, एक है अभी और ला। हमें कोट मांग लेते हैं। That's why they have backed out already. That's why. Oh, sorry, tomorrow Friday. Yeah, Saturday को ही है. That's why.
We have a match on Saturday and Sunday as well. Sunday को हमारे 4 लड़के available हैं.
सागर जब आप
Yeah.
अंदर पड़ी है 2-3 शायद उधर से ले।
You won't take this?
I went and my chair is last.
Yeah, there too.
Slide.
Oi! Tugla.
इसमें
दे दो हमें चाहिए बहुत लोग
Good backup, boy. Good backup. Hey, give it to
First time I went to Pasta and don't
नैपकिन चाहिए था पेपर में कपड़ा और द बॉल नहीं मैंने दोनों लोगों को बोला था जस्ट सो दैट तो मोहिनी ने खिलाया वो अपनी
All the impact.
Good goal,
Come on, Sam, come on!
Hey, he got hurt!
Go, go, go.
He got hurt, you lovely! Lovely catch! पानी दे दिया पानी स्प्रे चाहिए क्या
Yeah, first aid kit ले लो. Go.
ये पूरा
Come on, boys, come on!
First wicket gone for Fors. Saif bowled a good ball and Kevin took a very good catch.
What a catch.
Yeah.
What a catch.
You took it on camera? Great.
I tried to send it to you.
Okay.
A beautiful catch, and what I did say, were you on it?
Yeah, that was a magnificent catch before by young Cavan, and they're the things that turn games, aren't they?
Yeah,
those half chances, you turn them into a result.
Absolutely.
And it can have a very big impact, and that's a great start for the Blixt.
So when you see it in the video, right? Where was it like a forward catch or what was it? The crowd is quite excited here. They are appealing from here.
They are, aren't they? I think there was a fair bit of wood on that one.
Yeah, and it was also quite high.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he picked it up beautifully. It was in that strange, uncomfortable position where you're not sure whether to go for it or not go, and he went, and he got his hands under it. He did a beautiful job. So that's a great job, and I think we've got some viewers in Australia here this morning, Sunda.
Really?
I think we do.
Excellent. I'm glad that you joined them.
Excuse me, Ismail.
Ismail, Bilal.
Ismail, Bilal.
Thanks, guys. We've got a few problems with spectators, coaches standing in the way. Yeah, I think we have Axel's uncle in the north of Australia, in a place called Yeppoon.
Okay.
Queensland.
Then
made famous by cricketers like Matthew Hayden.
Excellent.
And Andrew Simons.
Super.
I think we have some guys down in Melbourne tuning in.
Then I will suggest something. We'll take the camera and keep it there. It's stopped raining, right?
Are you sure you can do that?
We can do that. Just hold this with me.
Okay.
Come along with me.
Yeah.
Viewers, please excuse us for some minor shake in the video or disturbance in the video. We'll have it at a better angle. Come along with me. Super. Sandeep, network. One second. You can
You can control this camera here.
Oh yeah, that's a good angle, isn't it?
It's a good
zoom.
angle. Zoom.
Perfect.
And I can also, you're standing, right?
Yeah, this is good.
One second, I'll do one more thing. Can you pull the
legs down?
Legs down, please. It will fall.
Yes. Fantastic. So this is TV production at its finest.
Yes. This is the network. And
Perfect.
It's live.
Great.
You can have the zoom. I'll just be back in 10 minutes.
All right, fantastic. So the lunatics are in charge of the asylum here for a minute.
You can control.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so here we are in downtown Malmö, Sweden. Who would have thought for the international visitors that we would have cricket here? But we do. Some of Sweden's finest under-19 players on display out here. We need a guest commentator. I have a guest commentator coming into the booth. Coming in. Well, the weather's been kind to us now. There was quite a bit of rain this morning, which has cleared off, and this ground is quite dry, so it's soaked up the rain beautifully, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But outfield is still very fast, isn't it?
The ground is very fast.
Yeah.
It is very fast. Now, that was struck beautifully, and one thing I have noticed about quite a few of these boys is they hit the ball very firmly.
Yeah. Not old 60s, 70s bats, these are modern bats.
Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it? There's
yeah.
a lot of wood in them from the days when we used to play cricket with a plank off the fence, off the next door neighbour's fence.
Exactly.
It's very true. Maybe you could introduce yourself to the viewers here.
Oh.
I'm standing here with Swedish cricket royalty.
Well, I'm a head coach for Swedish youth cricket. So these are under 19s. We have another setup for under 17.
And we are at we're at the third day of cricket here.
Yes.
And from my perspective, there's been some fine cricket. But how have you seen the first 2 days?
Oh, I think first 2 days were good. Weather was good. Everything's good, and some good cricket. Particularly the first match yesterday morning was very good. The team, the Blixt, were 13 for 4 or I think 17 for 4, and then they came up to 150. That was very good.
That's right, and Blixt are the guys out here in pink.
Yeah, and that showed the maturity in those 14, 15-year-old boys to build a partnership. Don't go for rash shots, upper shots. And that was very encouraging to see these 14, 15-year-olds taking the responsibility and taking the ownership of their game and building the inning, and so that was very good.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was at 4 for 17. Things look grim for these guys in pink, and a fantastic partnership of I think about 120 between two of the kids, Anish and Cavan.
Yeah.
Each of them ending up with runner ball 50s, right?
Runner ball 50, yes.
Or better than runner ball.
Yeah.
And they did show a lot of maturity and fight to get to 150?
149.
149.
And the best thing was that they weren't going for a big hit initially,
yeah,
but they were converting singles into doubles.
Yes, they were.
That was very good running between the wicket.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Yeah. Oh, that's well hit, firmly hit, but well fielded. For the viewers at home, this ground is it looks quite smooth out there, but it's quite hard and quite bumpy. It is very challenging, the ground fielding. So
yeah, it is.
I think we have to give the boys a little bit of latitude there. But I've noticed the Blixt boys today are more often getting their body behind the ball. And I think that's just come from a bit of experience, a bit of feedback from the coaches after the last couple of days.
Absolutely. the reason for this ground is that even if we prepare this ground, because it's just so close to the beach, and the community we've been told that it pushes the ground, and that's why it doesn't become the even
so
ground.
flat.
It's flat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
But
the
you know,
unevenness comes in that.
yeah. Still, it's wonderful conditions for cricket, and the pitch itself is playing quite well. My observation of it is that it, in some ways, plays a bit like a turf wicket. It had been keeping a bit low, although today, with some moisture on it from the rain, it seems to be skidding through and perhaps bouncing a little bit more.
Yeah. And there is some spin in it. If you flight a ball, if you don't push the ball harder, and if you give a little flight, then there is a spin in that wicket.
Yeah, yeah. And in this Blixt side, these pink guys, I believe there are 5 Swedish under-17 representatives. Six.
Oh, in this team right now there are 5 because one has gone abroad.
Yeah.
It's not here. There are 5 under-17 national team players.
Yeah. So we've definitely got some of. Oh, that's a lovely ball, just short of a length outside the off stump, and a big windy woof, we would call that. Fairly agricultural straight, T20 straight, looking for the boundary. And Sweden's got the putting some energy into trying to make the under-19 World Cup in 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
Talk to us a bit about that.
So this year we are going to play Division 2. So what happens is that under-19 does not have a ranking system. So to qualify a World Cup under-19, you have to win the Division 2, European Division 2, and then come to the Division 1. Once you win the Division 1, then you qualify to play under-19. So this year we are playing against Germany, Grenze, Austria. These teams they are going to qualify for the Division 1.
Yeah, okay.
And that Division 1 will be the next year.
Yeah.
So these under-17s, they are touring now. Next tour is a preparation tour for the ICC, and that is in Holland. And they will be playing a quadrangular series against Holland, Denmark, and Germany.
Fantastic. And will that be on turf, or are they playing on synthetic
No,
wickets?
AstroTurf.
Yep. Yep.
It's because the whole tournament, ICC tournament, is on that.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the Swedish boys' ability to get through Division 2 and into Division 1? Is it reasonably early days in the development of Swedish youth cricket, or are they getting closer now to that level?
Yes, I mean we are hopeful, but where we stand, we'll find out when we'll play this preparation tour against Germany and those 3 other nations. Then we know where we stand. But right now we think we're doing our preparation. We are doing what we can.
Yeah.
And we are having probably this week, coming week, we are playing friendly matches against Norway in Gothenburg.
Fantastic. What age group will that be?
Under 17.
Yep.
So right now our main focus is on under 17.
Yeah.
Because since under 19 does not have any big tournament coming up near future, so we have to focus on under 17. Yes.
Yeah. And listen, I haven't seen. I only discovered about 2 weeks ago that there was cricket in Sweden. Can you believe it? So I'm incredibly excited that we found that, and I've been really impressed by the standard of cricket here. And certainly there's an absolute love for cricket amongst the boys and their parents and the coaching people, and that's going to help take it a long way. It's bringing all sorts of communities together. I think there's a lot of Indians playing, people of original Indian heritage, Bangladesh, Afghanistan. What other countries are
Pakistan, England, Australia.
South Africa, I think there's a young man whose dad might be South African.
Absolutely.
So they're coming from all corners of the globe, and it really is slightly in its infancy as far as practice facilities and things going. I was having a chat the other night over dinner with the Gothenburg Cricket Club guys who are just planning to install training nets which they don't yet have. And I was talking to my son Axel about how grateful we should be in Australia. We have there's cricket nets everywhere you look.
Everywhere you look, yes.
And that's obviously a big part of development of kids who can just go with their parents to the nets and easily practice their bowling or their batting. But is that coming in Sweden? I guess funding must be a challenge in a country that cricket's not a native game.
Yes, we did get those particular nets that since we do not have a proper cricket ground, proper cricket stadium.
Yeah.
We cannot have the fixed ones, so we have a mobile nets, and they were distributed to all clubs 2-3 years ago.
Okay, and that's what we can see there, just behind the goal posts.
Yes.
It's like a net that you can roll out into the middle of the ground.
Yes.
To help with training.
Okay. Since the cricket is not it's just 4 or 5 months in Sweden during the summer, so it's difficult to have the stationary net fixed for permanent net fixed.
So score update, Stockholm Force are 1 for 29 off 5.2 overs, and it's a reasonably even start here. Well played down through backward point. Beautifully stopped there, a little bit of desperation and perhaps some football skills coming into play. Saved a run or two for his team and should be happy about that too.
Yeah, a bit risky, could get injured.
Yeah, it's true. Throwing the foot, I have noticed these Swedish boys tend to throw the foot around at the ball a bit, maybe because they're playing a lot of football. And perhaps there's scope there for teaching a bit of fielding coaching. I think Qasim Ali, who's the newly appointed Swedish coach, is quite expert on fielding, and I think he'll be able to. Oh, that looked a little close. No. And might be able to help the boys learn how to do that kind of sliding dive in the field, which is we've seen a lot in World T20 cricket now, haven't we?
Yes.
I think the catching and the fielding, considering this outfield is reasonably difficult to field on, the catching's been quite good. There's been some beautiful catches held. Yesterday we saw a couple of spectacular catches.
Absolutely. I mean, they are basically these kids are 15, 16 year old.
Yeah.
So most of the kids are 15, 16 year old, and then we have in every team, half of the team is 15, 16.
Yeah.
And then they have like few 17, 18 year old.
Yeah.
So now Swedish cricket is growing. I mean, it's growing fast, rapidly. If we take care of them properly, future is bright.
Fantastic. For the viewers at home, particularly I know there's some viewers in Australia tuning in this morning, and Jonty Rhodes was here as the national coach last year, is that right? Which must have been quite exciting to have someone of his calibre in the game of cricket.
Absolutely, he's the legend.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a reasonable sized nick on that one. Just bounced out of the gloves. Did a good job to get across to it. And that is a let-off for this Stockholm team. Well bowled. Missed opportunity for the Blixt. But that happens. And the key thing here is bouncing back and keeping concentration, isn't it? The second effort, leaving that behind now, focusing on the things we can control. And it's good to see the young man run across from short cover there to pat his keeper on the head. Give him some encouragement. That was a beautifully struck shot and well fielded on the first bounce. There's certainly some good skills on display here, and I think you're right. I think there's a good future here, and from what I've seen on the administration side, you guys are so eager and keen, and you're all volunteers, but you seem to love the game. So it'll be exciting to see to see how you go with it. And of course I've got a bit of interest there with my boy who's of Swedish origin. His mother's a Swede and he's got a Swedish passport. He's just having discovered cricket in Sweden. He's as happy as a kid in a lolly shop. He's as happy as could be.
Yeah, absolutely. If you love cricket, what else you want?
Exactly. Now, you've played a lot of cricket yourself, and you're telling me the story how you discovered cricket in Sweden. I wonder if you could share that one. It was a terrific story, how you came across that. Was it in the 80s, or was it, when was that?
Yeah, it was in the 80s. So, well, I played my cricket.
Oh, that's a lovely shot, and that's going to be a one bounce four. Magnificently hit. Just hitting sweetly through the line there. Yeah, coming back to the story, you found yourself in Sweden.
Yeah, so I played my cricket in India. So then after it, I moved, traveling to Sweden, and met my wife, stayed here. And one day I was just standing on a bus stop and I saw a guy walking with a cricket bat. I said, nah, it can't be a cricket bat.
A cricket bat in Sweden?
In Sweden. I said, no, it can't be. So I couldn't control myself. I ran up to him. I said, oh, excuse me, what is it? He said, cricket bat. I said, cricket bat? Is there a cricket? He says, yeah. I said, come along. He says, I'm going to practice. So I went there and saw that, oh, they were playing cricket. I said, wow, in Sweden, cricket. That was in 85.
Wow.
Well, then I started playing cricket. There was only 8 clubs in whole Sweden.
Yeah.
We used to travel to Stockholm, Gothenburg, and sometimes to Denmark and play friendly matches.
Yeah, yeah.
There was no cricket board, Swedish board.
Yeah.
But then after a couple of years, we got together and we built, 1990, we built the Swedish cricket board.
Yeah.
Then I captained the first national team under the cricket board. Went to Denmark to play Swedish national team against Denmark national team.
And what year was that?
That was 91.
91 was the first international game.
Yes.
And tell me, I understand you played a good standard of cricket back in India, is that right?
Yes. I played for Haryana State.
Yep.
So along with us, some big names.
Who did you play with? Who were some of the memorable?
It's a Kapil Dev, Yogeraj Singh, Ashok Malhotra. There was Chetan Sharma was a little junior.
Oh, what a great player.
Yes.
And Kapil Dev, what a fantastic
we are all from small city called Chandigarh.
Yeah.
So there was only one cricket stadium in Chandigarh, so we all played there.
Fantastic. Kapil Dev was, growing up loving cricket in England and being aspiring to be an all-rounder. Kapil Dev was a hero of mine. I thought he was a fantastic player.
Absolutely.
And the other one for me was Imran Khan.
Yeah.
Who I thought was a wonderful cricketer. Now it's hit uppishly.
Those days there was 4 best all-rounders: Kapil Dev, Botham, Richard Hadley, and Imran Khan.
Yeah, loved every one of them. I was fortunate once as a 17-year-old playing cricket in England to be invited to train in the indoor nets at Lord's during actually before a game, and I was there with a guy, Warren Ayres, who actually holds the runs record for Victorian state cricket, I believe. He might have made over 12,000 runs perhaps, and Ayresy and I were having a hit. I must have bowled to him for an hour or two. He liked to bat, I liked to bowl. Finally came my turn to bat. Ayresy was bowling, and I looked up at one stage and I saw this tall, swarthy, dark skinned fella walk in his whites. At the other end, he picked up a ball and he kind of held it up to show, hey, I'm coming to bowl. And I went to get in position to play the shot, and the ball hit the back of the net before I'd really got my bat through. And following through at me down the crease was none other than Imran Khan. Oh, how about that? So Imi was, so he must have been playing for Middlesex, I think, or anyway, he had a game of cricket at Lord's the following day, and as part of his preparations, he came in and wowed a couple of young cricket-loving Aussies with a net session with them, and he stayed around for about an hour afterwards and talked us through how to bowl a leg cutter and all sorts of things. It was a real highlight.
Wonderful.
Just
What a
wonderful.
memory, yeah.
A great memory.
Yeah.
And you know, thinking about junior cricket in Sweden, I mean, those sorts of moments really inspire kids, don't they? And you know, I'm racking my brains now about friends of mine or people I know who are cricketers who perhaps, you know, can come and visit us in Sweden sometime, and while they're here, spend a bit of time with some of the local kids.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we even now the.
That's a beautiful shot. He's belted that away back to the square. That's going to run away for 4.
So we now 4 years ago, me and my partner we built an indoor center here, Deer Cricket Academy.
Oh, is that your one in Malmö?
Yeah, Malmö.
Yes,
That's
yes,
the
yes.
only one in Scandinavia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well done.
Yeah. So now there is an opportunity to play during the winters too. Before there was like hardly we used to hire the school halls and those, and the communes weren't happy that we were breaking their in the sports halls with a hard ball.
Of course.
So now there is a proper cricket center in Malmö.
Oh, well done. Axel was fortunate enough to have a hit there the other day with Klasin.
Yeah.
And with Abhijit, the
yes.
captain of the Swedish cricket side.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a great facility in there.
Yeah.
So no doubt as the facilities get better, it's going to help the development of the kids, isn't it? But anyway, a little call out to anyone who happens to be listening to this in Australia who's a cricketer and wants to visit Sweden sometime. We could get you down to some local cricket, giving you a few tips, because I mean, we're growing up in Australia, we've been so fortunate to have so much cricket around us and so much opportunity for cricket. That's been smashed down there, well fielded by young Axel Carlson Lacey, who's stopped a hot one. And it's quite lucky that he did that, because he, if he misfields, he needs to sleep outside the house that night. He's not allowed back in. Isn't that right, Ax? Say hello to the viewers, mate. No, get back to focusing. No, you did well getting the body behind it, everything that we talked about.
Commentating?
With all these boys. Here we are in the booth having a discussion. I'm hoping that Hayden's online back in Australia, and perhaps Big Dave Lacey, my brother, Craig Berger perhaps, who's a friend of ours and a fine cricketer. It's up in the air, and let's hope that this gets taken. He's taken that catch now. That's a turning point in the game. These guys are well settled, and if we can just do a quick score check. 47 for 1 after 8.3 overs, so 2 for 47. I'd say the game's evenly poised here. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they have some good batters yet to come. There's that guy with Sammy. He's a good guy. I don't know. I think he's holding himself back.
Okay.
For some reasons, or probably because they have won all the matches, they wanted to give chance to other players. But they do have a strong batting lineup. So if I see the first day,
Oh yeah, there is a way to get live chat up, is there?
So you can be answering.
It sounds a little technical for me, unfortunately. Oh, this is great. I've just heard from my brother in Yeppoon in Queensland saying, I'm listening to your commentary, mate, doing a great job. That's good to hear. So we're genuinely international here. There's an international audience.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Vikram, welcome to the commentary box.
Thanks, Paul.
Maybe you could just introduce yourself to the viewers here. What's your role in this tournament and in junior cricket, youth cricket in Sweden?
Hey guys from all over the world, welcome to the live streaming of the Junior Premier League, an exciting tournament happening in Sweden. My name is Vikram. I'm part of the youth committee for the Swedish Cricket Federation, and I'm proud to see the way the boys are performing, they're playing. I think what the critical component in all this is that kids need to be nurtured, they need to be backed up, and you can see the result for yourself. I mean, the quality of cricket.
Oh, that is absolutely spanked. What a beautiful shot.
I need to pause for that beautiful shot.
Yeah.
I appreciate that shot.
That's as good as you see in junior cricket anywhere in the world, I think. It's smashed through forward cover. Yeah, back to what you're saying. Please keep going.
No, so I mean, that is one part. The second part of it, I think the maturity the kids are showing at this level. Majority of them, if you start with the pink boys, are in the range of 16, 17 years. Yeah. To come back strong after getting a bound and getting a wicket, that itself shows the tenacity of these guys. Yeah. But overall speaking, I think JPL or Junior Premier League is something which we as Swedish Cricket Federation are proud of. We hear a lot of positive vibe across the teams, and the endeavor is to keep this going year after year, make this a flagship tournament and maybe increase the team's next edition.
Fantastic. And so this is the second year. Where do you think, how many more teams do you think you could add? Because I've heard there's quite a few boys who missed out on being selected in their region because there's limited spots. But how many teams realistically do you think you could get up for next year's JPL?
Absolutely. I think for that we need a bit of a geography lesson for Sweden. You know Sweden, if you look at the Swedish map, the boys are split across the regions in a huge way, and the distances are huge.
Yeah.
As a result, if you look at say Stockholm, we have Stockholm 2 teams coming here, a squad of 14 plus 4, 14 plus 4.
Yeah.
But the boys in contention for one team were around 40 boys. Similar is the case with the Skåne region. Just look at this ball, it's a good start by the leg spinner. So, I mean, I would imagine without doing too much of math, probably we could add a couple of more teams.
Yeah.
Maybe make it a 6-team squad.
Yeah. Oh, what a magnificent ball. That just skidded through more than the batsman anticipated. He might have got a little bottom edge onto that one. It's hit the top and middle or off. And Stockholm are now 3 for about 50. Let's just have a quick check. 3 for 51, close to the 10 over mark.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's a good confident start. The important part is they need to continue to the 20th over.
Tell me, what's this Stockholm Fors side made in their first 2 games, their aggregates? Can you guys remember?
Yeah, they have won both the matches.
Yeah.
So they are through to the finals.
Yeah.
You can safely say that.
This batsman.
Yesterday they made 163 by the look of it in their 20 overs. 153 for 9, and the first game 151. Okay.
Yep.
So to keep them to something less than that, the Blixt boys are possibly on track to do that.
Possibly.
Potentially.
But
if
you know, it's a game of cricket, so things can change really fast.
That's true. I quite like this spin on a wicket like this, which is probably skidding a bit with the moisture in it. It's sometimes a bit hard to play.
This batsman is a good batsman.
Okay.
He captained the under-19 team last year.
The under-19 national team?
National team,
yeah, okay. And what's his name?
Sami Khalil.
Yeah, he's at the non-strikers end now?
Non-strikers end.
Yeah. And listen, where do you guys see the cricketers coming from in Sweden? Do you think that you're going to be able to make inroads into kind of locally born Swedes who might be playing football at this time of year, or do you think it's expats? There's a very strong Indian contingent, all the Commonwealth countries, of course, that love cricket that are over here?
Well, I think there is no doubt that the majority of the players would come from the expats, from the Commonwealth countries, without a doubt. I think the important part is it is not that we won't be able to introduce the locals or the local Swedes here, but it will require a lot of persistence from across the quarters. Another challenge in Sweden one must realize is look at this ball. Good. Sorry, come back to the part. I think one thing we have to also realize is that we are playing cricket in Sweden, and as a result, the climate plays a very important role. Factor. Yeah. And honestly speaking, we have almost 7 months of the year where we cannot play outdoors.
Yeah.
And then you experts, Rajan or yourself, Paul, you would know that playing indoors is not same to playing outdoors.
Yeah.
And as a result, and that is the biggest challenge, I would say. I think for that to happen, it is not that it is not impossible. That would come through. It would require this is my estimate, and I will be very happy to be proven wrong. It will require at least a couple of decades of persistent effort to get the stadium in, to get some more facilities in, to get the nets through and good. It's not that we cannot do that. We can definitely do that. I have no doubts in my mind.
And the other thing is that it's the local knowledge, the local Swedes, they do not know what cricket is. I remember now in 80s, if I told someone that, we play cricket, I say, oh, cricket, they thought like there's another game, croquet. Or the polo. I says, oh, where do you play? I said, we play on a lemon felt. Oh, but where do you tie your horses? What?
I don't know about horses. We do see some ducks around from time to time.
Yeah. So that's the local knowledge.
Yeah. Makes it a bit hard. Now, what about the Afghan population? So is Sweden taking in quite a lot of refugees from Afghan, and then quite a few of those find their way to playing cricket?
Yes. I mean that's the one element which the cricket growing in Sweden is that we got a lot of Afghan refugees. And they love cricket. They love cricket, and that's that begins. So like I told you, like we had 8 clubs in 90s, 80s, late 80s, 90s, and now we are 80 plus clubs. So the majority are those Asians, like Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Indians. A lot of IT guys came from the India, the IT, and they are also cricket crazy. Indians are cricket crazy as well. So that's it. So the other part is that why it's not spreading in the native Swedes is that unfortunately when the majority of people speak their own language when they are in the ground, and then if someone comes out, it feels like not a part of it. Because there's a one language used, and that's we are encouraging the youngsters. The other day I said that we are encouraging that do not use any other language in ground except Swedish and English. But it's been the case in even the senior teams that they use their own language. And then when it comes in, and then they feels like okay, everything is they are having fun, or they are discussing in their language.
He's fielded that beautifully. Coming back to that, I hear you on that one and understand, because some of these kids actually don't speak English very well, and actually don't speak Swedish very well either. So that is complicated. So I'm sure that's a factor. But do you know what's fantastic that I've noticed in the last couple of days, that how cricket just binds people together.
Absolutely.
This guy's teeing off right from the start here, start of the 11th over. And even to hear the kids yesterday screaming, how's that? In any country in the world, that's the word that you use to appeal to the umpire to give a decision in your favour.
Absolutely.
So there's so much that binds us together in this game, and I imagine it must be fantastic for some of these kids that come from troubled countries to find it's not out, but there's some action happening out there, to find a community and to find something that can take their minds off what must be a challenge, finding yourself in another country without the promise of permanency, perhaps without work, having come from a troubled background. So that's probably a big opportunity for Swedish cricket, isn't it, to provide an outlet for otherwise perhaps troubled youth. I was telling the story yesterday to somebody that I grew up. Sport was a huge part of my life growing up, and I was very happy to be outside of my home. Being at home wasn't so much fun for me, but I found myself at a cricket club with maybe 40 fathers. All these grown-up guys that became mentors and father figures to me, and it was a wonderful thing for me that probably kept me out of getting into a lot of trouble.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you see this Gothenburg team, the parents are here, supporting them.
Here they are over there, enjoying their cricket. Oh, that's struck away behind square and may well race. It'll be hard to stop. No, the boys have done a good job to run that one down. Restrict the batsman to 2 runs. There is a bit of a sense that Stockholm's putting the foot on the accelerator a little bit out there.
Yes. I told you that this guy, the captain of the under-19 team, is good. It's good. I don't know, he came late today. Probably he wanted to give a chance to other boys. They are already through to the, I think, semi-final.
Finals.
We've got someone else wander into the booth here. Maybe you could say hello and introduce yourself.
Azam Khalil here.
And what brings you here? What's your role in Swedish cricket?
A project manager, club advisor, cricketer, father, trainer.
All of the above.
Yes, everything. New photographer.
Oh, well done. Yeah, I think we're all enjoying our skills all wild slash. And where did you first start playing cricket?
I was 6 years old when I moved to Pakistan, so I started my cricket there.
Yeah.
But with the hardball cricket, I started in Sweden back in 2003.
Okay.
I came as a teenager.
Yeah.
With my family.
Well, that's up in the air and should be taken. Yes, it is. There's wicket number 4. Oh, there's big scenes here. Everybody knows that was an important wicket. I think India's just won the World Cup.
That's a big wicket.
That's a big wicket. That's a big wicket.
How big the wicket was.
Yeah, it was a big wicket.
He's walking off quite slowly. He's not happy to be out like that. But these guys certainly are happy about it. Sorry, that took us away from our conversation.
The happiest dugout at the moment.
And so you must have been happy to find cricket in Sweden.
Yes, I was trying when I was coming here. I didn't want to come here.
Yeah.
I was 16 and a half coming here with my family.
Oh, that's a tough
that
age.
was 4th December 2002.
Lovely. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. Yes, please do.
Yeah. So then I said, I am not going to stay here. I am going to move from here to England or somewhere else where cricket is big, so that I can play there.
Yeah.
But then I spent almost 20 years in Sweden.
Yeah.
I played my whole cricket in Sweden. Played for the first time with the national team under his coaching.
Oh, fantastic.
2009 in Greece, 50 overs, European Division 2.
Yep.
European Division 5 at that time.
Yes.
And since that I have been playing for the national team.
Awesome.
So Azam played for the Swedish national team.
Yep.
And still playing for the Swedish national team.
Oh, brilliant.
We are traveling on Sunday to Finland to participate in the ICC World Cup qualifying round in Finland.
Fantastic. Yeah. Are you feeling good about that?
Of course,
yeah. And what are your chances against Finland?
Pretty high.
Yeah.
Chances because we have, compared to Finland in the previous history, we have been beating them mostly.
Okay.
Last year, me, Jonty, and Bantu, we took the team there and we played 4 matches.
4 matches, 2-2.
2-2.
That was the first series that was tied. Yeah.
But before we used to win all
we
the
won,
matches.
we won.
Yeah, I missed that. Did he get his bat stuck?
No. Throw.
Okay, the throw hit him.
Right.
Poor fella's gone down.
That was beautiful. No worries, match referee is a doctor.
Oh,
medical.
yeah, good. Yeah.
So
that's that gentleman there. He's calmly approaching the
yeah,
scene.
calmly approaching, as doctors do.
As doctors do, gathering his thoughts. Stand aside, I've got this, he says. The young man's okay, might be a bit winded. And if that's the case, he'll start to breathe normally soon. And tell me, we might move away from that. Maybe we could go, we put you on camera so there's something else for the viewers to look at. The European Cricket League,
yeah.
I think it's called. So we're seeing a lot of that. I'll jump in the front too. We're seeing a lot of that on the internet, and it's gone viral because there are some really funny moments in there. How's that related? The Swedish team that plays in that, are they connected with Cricket Sweden, or is that?
No, I think it's Swedish board decides which teams are going to play those things. I don't have much knowledge about that, how they approach it.
Yeah.
But like every year, they are sometimes in Malmö, in Stockholm, or some other cities.
Yeah.
So these grounds are smaller than to normal grounds.
A lot of sixes get hit,
sixes,
which is a bit of fun.
Yeah. And the live telecast, all this that gives the, everyone wants to see themselves in a YouTube or this.
Yeah, exactly. 15 minutes of fun.
Yeah, 15 minutes. So no, it's a fun. Yeah. So people like it, and it's growing. It's going very well.
Yeah, there's been some clips doing the rounds in Australia for sure, and often it's the funny things where somehow they've managed to run 4 or 5 runs on a shot that they just tapped out to cover or something. And, but yeah, it's good to see some of those countries getting a bit more recognition. And I think we've realised that it's possible for some of the nations that we thought were minnows of the cricket world to come up, as you see people, Bangladesh and Afghanistan come through, and some of their players are just extraordinary.
As soon as it starts coming on media, or then this game starts growing.
Yeah.
So if people are playing in somewhere and it's not shown on media or anywhere, then it doesn't grow.
Yeah.
So the moment it starts growing in the media and coming in, now these days it's very easy. So then the interest develops. Oh, what is this? Oh, I want to be part of it. So that's the case.
And with riveting commentary like this, I think viewers will be just flocking in. Tell your friends, people, get them online right now to watch this exciting game. As this young man looks like he's okay, we'll go back to the action. The doctor he's disappeared calmly, and it looks like play will get underway very shortly. We'll do a score check. Now we'll take questions from any viewers too, so if anyone wants to email or text message me. Let me just see if I can find a number here. I've got my old cricketing mate Moggy online, which is fantastic. He says, great work, we're loving the live feed. And there is a fair bit of banter going on here. So boys, in that little group chat, if you've got any questions, just send them in. And for any of the other viewers, let me try and find my number. As play gets ready to resume. Foolish ball, stroked down to deep wide mid. So any questions can be texted into +46 76 130 8434. +46 76 130 8434. There's a big appeal and he's giving it. I didn't see that clearly, but it's certainly gone down well with the Blixt supporters. The man at the other end's gone down again. Not sure whether that's frustration or injury. Let's just get a score check.
Blixt is fighting back.
Blixt is fighting back. So with nearly 12 overs completed, Stockholm Force are 5 for 63. 5 for 63 with a projected score of 106 at the current run rate of 5.3. which would be a terrific result. But of course, there surely will be a bit of swinging as we get into the latter overs. But wickets is pressure, isn't it?
Very wicket is pressure, yes.
At 5 for 63, you've got to bat your time.
Yes. I mean, but considering their last performance, Blixt, they'll be very confident for this score.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Blixt now would believe that they're a side that can make 150.
150.
I know coming into the tournament, some of the young fellas were sharing that they thought they might not be able to match the big scores, but perhaps they could get to 120 and then defend it well. But I think they've learnt that they can do that.
They
There's
can do
some
that.
belief growing.
Yeah, it's a self-belief. It's all about self-belief.
3 boys now have made 50s, haven't they, for the Blixt?
And when the chips were down, when they were...
That's right. Yeah, they were tough runs. They weren't junk runs, were they? So yeah, yesterday we saw an amazing finish in a game that went right down to the last couple of balls, and perhaps this will be too.
Yeah.
Field quite spread now. As this young offie comes on, he throws it up. It's slightly mishit behind point over gully perhaps. Will it run to the boundary? It was just stopped. A bit of fancy footwork. No, it's gone over. It's 4 runs.
Come on, guys, come on!
Outfield is still very fast. As soon as it passes the fielder, it runs on to
It rockets away, doesn't it? I would love to be playing cricket on this ground.
Yeah.
Value for your shots, especially for the boys playing up at Gothenburg, where it's very lush outfield, isn't it? It's extremely hard to hit a 4 along the ground. Well stroked, he's rocked back and just hit that down to long mid on. I'll just get the single. He looks like he's struggling a bit, that fella. He might not be able to run too hard. How are you feeling, mate?
Feeling good.
Yeah, good. We've got Ismail come into the commentary box here. Izzy is the coach of the Blixt side and quite a cricketer himself. How are you feeling, mate, about the state of the game here? It seems quite evenly poised, but you're feeling good?
Yeah, we are in a good position so far. We have a good batsmen get out. Yeah, so hopefully we can restrict them under 100.
Yeah. We could see the celebration after he's getting out.
Yeah.
After his wicket.
We know that how important the wicket is. he can change the game in 2 overs, so we know that how important that wicket was.
Yeah, he was a good one to get out, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's
really good. So
these spinners are doing a good job, aren't they? With the ball, with the pitch being slightly greasy, the ball may be hitting on a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit hard to
it
judge.
seems like they're helping the spinners. So and our spinners are getting that one to give it.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah, thank you.
Back to your coaching duties, thank you. Well, that's hit very firmly. Good fielding, well backed up by young Axel. Nice throw and one bounce into the bowler. And that completes over number 13. Stockholm Fors 5 for 70. Current run rate of 5.4, projected score of 108. So if Blixt were able to keep Stockholm to under 120, you'd say there's quite a game on.
Under 120 is game on. Fors has a good bowling side.
Yeah, tell us about their bowling.
They have a couple of boys, pretty quick.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, Blixt is confident. They're a young team and they're confident. And outfield is fast, so I don't think it will bother them much.
Yeah.
So if it's 120, I think Blixt is the favourite.
Yeah, it'll certainly be quite a finish. Just tucked off his hip for a single. Good game sense from the young man out at cover point to run in and take the stumps.
So you played your cricket in Sydney?
In Melbourne.
In Melbourne.
I played my cricket in Melbourne. I grew up on the Mornington Peninsula, playing with all my mates, and then I played grade cricket in Melbourne.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. This is going back to 1984, and I started out at a club called St Kilda.
Okay.
A famous cricketer from St Kilda I can think of is the one and only Shane Warne. There's others. There's Sean Graff, who played some one-day cricket for Australia and quite well known. We had visiting cricketers like John Embry come and play. Quite a strong club, and then a few years later I moved on to a club called South Melbourne.
Okay.
In the we call it the Premier Cricket. It's called Premier Cricket at the moment. It's the level just below state cricket in Australia.
Okay.
So I moved on to South Melbourne, and one of the highlights there was to open the bowling with a young Damien Fleming. So Flemmo was only, I guess he would have been 16 or 17. I was probably 20. Slight misfield there. Allows them to get 2. So yeah, that was a great experience, and we were playing underneath, you might remember Graham Yallop, who played for Australia. He actually captained Australia when there was a bit of controversy and an Australian rebel side went to tour South Africa during apartheid, and were banned from playing cricket for Australia. So that gave Graham Yallop his opportunity. So I played under Graham Yallop.
But he did play Kerry Packers?
He did not play Kerry Packer cricket, no. He stuck with the traditional side of the game.
Okay.
I'm not sure how he would feel about that now. I don't know if he would have got the opportunity to play with Kerry Packer side of cricket. That's beautifully struck down here. He's going to have to get his body behind that one. He did. And kept them to 1. Very awkward fielding here, as we were talking about before, so you're happy to save 3 runs with that one. Remembering that Axel does have to sleep outside the house if he misfields, so he's got a lot on the line. It's well fielded too by the young opening bowler.
He's only since the fast bowler था वो backout participant चला गया, so he's only in reserves. He's not in the national. He's all rounder.
Oh, that's struck beautifully. Again, straight to the field. I have to say the field placement is excellent at the moment. The batsman picking out the fielders. 3 balls left in this over. They're 7 for 55. He's belted that one over the top, and that'll be 4 runs. Wonderful shot over cover. A little bit of risk in it.
No ball, come on, 1 more wicket to go, come on.
Certainly another wicket would be handy, as Ismail, the coach of the Pink Blixters, urges them on to get that next wicket. Oh, he's launched that straight. Fielded by young Axel Carlson Lacey, who hits the stumps with a slightly ugly throw. I think we could describe it as. So let's go and see if we've got any questions from the viewers.
Det finns många som är fortfarande redan. Jo Azim lड़का है वो भी तो fortfarande.
Azim Chinwari? No, he's not taken.
Han sa att ni har frågat efter han.
Moggy, Lace, you got a question for me?
Dr. Azim Chinwari came to the trial.
A couple of comments that I can't talk to on air. That's thrown right up in the air. He's hit that out here, and let's catch it. Just slipped through his hands there, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys, if I missed getting that on camera. Nobody means to drop a catch.
Trials, when trials,
Would have been handy. The Blixt boys, heads are up, and they're going to go again. So there's another big swing, but not much ding.
Last year.
Where do the umpires come from in Sweden? I've got a question from one of the viewers. It's not out. Well kept. Where do you get your umpires from in Swedish cricket, and how much training do they get?
Well, these umpires have done some of the umpires. We do have some umpire courses here.
Yep.
So the ICC umpires comes and give the courses.
Yep.
So some of the, I think the umpire over there, he is a level 3 umpire.
Yep.
They are 3.5.
Yep, 3.5.
So doing umpiring for...
So we do have a coaching courses and umpire courses here.
Is anyone interested? They can contact the SCF and then we can provide them.
Yeah, so anyone listening or watching who's interested in doing some cricket umpiring in Sweden can get in touch with Cricket Sweden.
At info@cricket.rf.se.
At info@cricketrf. info@cricket.rf.ac. So Dave Lacey up there in Yeppoon, if you felt like a change of climate, it's probably 30 degrees up in Yeppoon today, I'd imagine. It's north of Queensland, it'd be quite sticky. I hear he was on the golf course this morning. If you want a change of climate, mate, come and do some cricket umpiring. Struck down the ground, young Carlson Lacey, leg behind another one. Doing a good job in the outfield. And my mate Moggy was actually talking about coming to Sweden this year. We might have lost him this year, but we might get him next year. He's a fine cricketer. He played a lot of cricket on the mine. That's hit down now. Carlson Lacey's under that, and he has spilled a sitter.
Oh, that's a free hit. That was a free hit.
Well, there's a little bit of a let off there, but he's still sleeping.
That's why there was no reaction.
He's still sleeping outside tonight. He'll be hating that. You want to catch them all, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
His uncle in Queensland has probably said Axel couldn't catch COVID.
Come on guys, 2 wickets to go, come on! A-class fielding, last 4 overs, A-class fielding, come on boys!
There we go, there's an appeal from the fans for A-class fielding for the last 4 overs. Fair enough. Axel's uncle said maybe he should get a bucket to catch the catch. One of the viewers from Yeppoon said, get a bucket, mate. Focus now, big 4 overs.
Come on guys, come on, 1 wicket to go, come on guys, come on, keep it up! Hassan, you are here, only for wicket you are here, boys.
How long you're going to be in Sweden?
Well, we're in Sweden for another 3 weeks now.
3 weeks.
Yeah, okay. And then we head back to Melbourne, which is deep in winter at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smashed down the ground. This will be a challenge to field this ground ball. Well done, young man. And then back to quite a series of indoor cricket trainings.
Oh, okay.
Axel will have as they prepare for the upcoming season.
Yeah. So he's 14, right?
Axel's just recently turned 14.
Oh, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big, tall fella for his age, and cricket tragic, loves cricket.
Yeah.
And
that's most important. I mean, we can't force kids to play cricket.
No.
It should come naturally.
Yeah, it's the joy of the game, isn't it? That gets you through the ups and the downs.
Yeah. That's it. If you don't have a fun, don't play.
No, exactly. So yeah, we were reflecting on the fact of how blessed we are in Melbourne for cricket facilities. There's a world-class facility down at what we call the Junction Oval, which is only 5 minutes from our home. That's beautifully picked up and bludgeoned to square leg. again, that's as hard and as well a hit ball as you would see in junior cricket anywhere.
Yeah.
Fine stroke. He waited slightly for that one and then bludgeoned it, but timed it beautifully. So yeah, the Junction Oval, which is in St Kilda at the home ground where Shane Warne played his cricket, they've got a magnificent indoor centre that probably has 12 or 13 wickets in it.
Oh,
yeah.
I say even when I was in Melbourne, I went to some sports shop. Even the sports shops had some. I don't know. That's now 25 years ago.
Yeah.
They have the nets that you can go and train.
That might have been the Greg Chappell Centre in West Melbourne, I think.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But, you know, you buy a bat or you just go in and then have a net session.
You get to try it out. That's well hit over cover. The Stockham boys have put the foot down here. And he's hit that beautifully. And that's celebrating his 50.
Oh,
yeah. Which has come off 45 balls, strike rate of 115. So no wonder he's happy. He's anchored the innings for them. 5 for 98 off 16.3 overs. Projected score of 120, but my sense is that if we don't get another couple of wickets here, they might be north of 120. Again, well struck out to deep forward square. I did see another couple of questions, and unfortunately, sorry, I'm a bit late on this one at 10:58. Was that leg before wicket? Yeah, I think that was an LB that was given earlier on.
Earlier on, yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I haven't got the instant replay for you. That's well bowled, full and wide. They should get a couple of runs here. And that's the 100 up for the Stockholm Force off just under 17 overs.
I think they will go over 120.
Yeah.
I think they don't lose the wicket.
Yeah, 3 overs and 1 ball to come. Batsman seeing the ball well by the look of it, so you would expect that, wouldn't you? Well bowled again, nice and full. He's certainly bowling the right areas. They're going to go for 2 here, they do. Good throw, but they get the 2 reasonably easily. And the score moves on to 103 for 5 after 17 overs. So coming into a pretty important 18 balls here if the boys hold their line and don't bowl any wides or no balls. Been quite hard on the wides here, haven't we? Consistent, but hard on them. Anything leg side's been called a wide. Reasonably tight outside off stump as well. What do you think, Vikram?
I mean, we are at the cusp of something happening because I think still they are under control, but the last 3 overs are really crucial. I mean, this can set the tone for the match.
Yeah.
Not that it will be a done deal, but it can set a tone for the match for sure.
Yeah.
So far they have done a good job.
Yeah.
It's a T20 game. One must expect that there would be a few boundaries hit, so that's nothing bad about it.
Now, talk to me about the young man bowling this over. What have we got down there?
It's Madhav.
That's a Madhav.
Yep.
That's under 17, yeah.
Is he a under 17 national player?
National player.
Yep, and he's mainly a bowler. He bats a bit. Was he the one that opened the bat?
Yeah, but he's
mainly he comes in as a bowler, a natural
in swinger.
Yep.
Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah.
This stage of the game with the wet outfield there, it might be difficult to swing the ball, but who knows?
One thing which the match referee was telling us before the match, that this particular ground has a very good, the way the water drains out is really, really good.
It sure does.
So I guess with this kind of atmosphere, he should be able to get some swing out of it.
Yeah.
But
it's certainly quite muggy. That's a bit leg sideish, and that's a wide, so still 18 balls to come. I can imagine Richard Hadley coming along on a day like today and being very happy. Low cloud cover, I think he'd be swinging it both ways very nicely.
Come on, in these conditions, give me the ball.
Even David Lacey and Yapoon used to swing them in nicely. He'd like to be trundling in here from the Malmö end. That's short, he didn't quite get it. He's gloved it to backward square. And they've got themselves a single. Slightly dangerous throw there at this stage in the game. That's good, all the background noise is good. Beautifully hit down the ground. He's absolutely bludgeoned that one. That's run halfway up the hill and on its way to Malmö Central as young Axel climbs the hill and chases it down. A fair point there from David Lacey and Yapoon. I did forget to mention he did have an outswinger. Reasonably rare. There were moments when it went both ways. And that's a big swing, and he might well have got away with miss-hitting that one behind square. Beautifully fielded. Now that is what these boys need to do if they want to win a big game of cricket. Beautifully played. Well done, young man. That was the opening bowler who opened from this end, bowling out, swing early. Get around him, boys. That was excellent. So yes, David Lacey did have an outswinger. Moggy, maybe you could weigh in on that one with a comment. Wow. In my part of the world, we would say he threw the kitchen sink at that. It was a very big wind-up. And he's made his intentions very clear in this third last over. He's gloved that one. It's just gone over where first slip would have been. They scurry through for one. They're not going to go for a second. The score moves to 5 for 114 with 13 balls to go. At the current run rate of 6.4, they'll make 128. You'd have to say they don't lose any more wickets. They may well get north of 150. And look at that, that's a magnificent stroke. That's gone all the way. 4 of the best. Stockholm Force doing what you'd expect a side to be doing at this stage of the game. Young Munir Safi, who has the orange sleeves, is on 64 off 49 balls, having hit 9 fours. Impressive strike rate of 130. While Atif Bellawal at the other end run a ball 20. So they're well set, this pair, and a wicket is really what we need. Because we all know that wickets is what stops runs, isn't it? It's going to slow things down if the boys can get a wicket. He's wound up. That's gone up in the air. That might land in the middle of everyone. And it does. In the middle of 7 players, that one. Riding his luck, as you do at this time in a T20 game. Oh, he's out. Stumped. Keeper fumbled it slightly, still have time. That is an important wicket. Stockholm now 7 wickets down for 120. 6 wickets down for 120, I should say, after 18.2 overs. Well batted, young man. Back to the action. So there's 10 balls to go, barring wides or no balls. The score's 6 for 120. Thrown right up in the air, but in the block hole, down to deep mid-on. An awkward bounce for young Carlson Lacey allows the batsman to scamper through for 2. As we talked about earlier in the feed, it is challenging ground fielding here at Malmö. It's well bowled. They're going to scamper through for a single, as they should. 1 run a ball is a win, really, for the bowling side at this stage of the game.
Come on, Joel.
Oh, he's belted that one, but it's going straight to the fielder on the bounce. Well fielded. They're going to scamper through for 2. A bit of feedback there for Max, who ouch. He's had a torrid day, that young man. So 1 over to go. You'd have to say that was a reasonable over. Stockholm Fors 6 for 125. 6 balls to go. If the Blixt can keep them under 140, it's a reasonable total to chase. Got Noman Tarakel on strike. He's 3 off 2 balls. Down the other end is Munir Safi, who's the danger man. 66 off 51. Now there's a very valuable dot ball. Batsman might have thought that was a little bit wide. Obviously not, says the umpire. Five balls to go. Bowler comes in, bowls. Judged a wide. One run. Another ball. Every run counts. There's another wide. Unfortunate for the Blixt here. A couple of wides.
Come on, take it easy, man.
Young man needs to just keep his head up, take a few deep breaths, focus, get back on line. Nice and full and straight, I'd say, with a field like this. Only one player behind square who's our third man. Unfortunately, there's a third wide, so the bowling plan needs to be full and straight. Keeper getting round his mate there, little pat on the shoulder. She'll be right, mate. You've got this, might have been the message or something like that. And there's another wide, a little bit closer. Certainly bounced and took off that one, but we've got to get back on line here. Stockholm Fors now 129 for 6. With 5 balls remaining in this final over. There we go, we're on line. Cross bat bludgeon down to deep mid on, and young Carlson Lacey, who fields slowish ground ball, gets it back to the bowler, 1 run. And now the danger man Munir on strike. And he'll be eyeing off the boundary without doubt. Swing and a miss, and that's a win there for the Blixters. Slightly controversial appeal there. Munir had wandered out of his crease. Keeper was onto it and ran up and took the bails off. Not sure whether the umpire judged it not out because Munir was in his crease or because the ball was deemed dead. Anyway, here we are, 3 balls to go. Stockholm Fors 6 for 130. Munir on strike. Bang, he's hit that right up in the air. Keeper should take this. No. He's just misjudged that one. Had time to get to it. It's a glary sky down here in Malmö, and a white ball against it. Perhaps a factor, but it was a dot, and that's important. No, it wasn't. He got a single. 6 for 131. 2 balls to go. 2 legal balls to go. No man on strike. That's a great ball. And there's another dot. Now it's been up and down over this one. A few dots, a few wides. A bit of everything. A question, is the keeper the skipper? No. The keeper is actually the leading run scorer in the tournament so far for the Blixt. He's made about 80 runs. He got a magnificent 50 yesterday. Well, that's really well hit. Out to the boundary. Well picked up on the first bounce. They'll get 2 here. And that's the end of the innings. And I think the Blixt will be seeing that as a great result, keeping Stockholm Fors to 6 for 133 off their 20 overs. Viewers will be back in about, I think, 10 or 15 minutes. It's a reasonably short innings break. And don't go anywhere, because we have a riveting game of cricket on our hands here down in Malmö. Don't miss it. Well played, young Munir. Fine innings. to join the broadcast, mate. Viewers, we've now got David Lacey live from Yeppoon.
Great to be there, Paul. Thanks very much.
Yeah, good to have us on air, mate. Tell me, what was your perspective from there up there in northern Queensland in the heat, watching cricket in Sweden?
Yeah, that's it's a bit of a blowout, really. I mean, I wouldn't have thought, but you know, in this day and age, it's all possible.
Well, there you go, and you know, just the standard, mate, that you've noticed from these young men. They're under 19s. A lot of them are kind of 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, pretty good actually. I'm pleasantly surprised actually. Particularly with the batting side of things, I thought some guys showed plenty of talent with the bat, and Blixt fielded very well in tough conditions. And as a whole, the spinners bowled really well, I thought.
Yeah, I think you're right. I thought they did tremendously, a couple of the spinners.
Yeah, not many runs came off the spinners. It was just that last over was a bit of a, just probably 10 too many runs off it.
Yeah, they certainly got away a bit. I'm being called to one of the players. I'll be back, viewers.
In the blue bag and cut his sprint and just sprint. I got to run. See, mate, I can't cut up before it.
All of you play your best. All your best. Right?
I'm just gonna come close, I'm just gonna tap them back to you. Okay.
You want me to be here? Or?
Huh?
You want me to be here?
Yeah, just a little underarm and I'll just tap them back. Oh, on the full if that's okay.
Not 5 kgs. I know. What is it?
I'll go and help that small.
Dad, do you want to throw a couple quickly? I'll get them.
Awesome, thanks, mate.
Super quick, Dad. Just about normal.
Yeah. You're all good, mate. No hurry.
Go this way.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't hit them out on the field?
No, I don't want to go on the field yet.
Probably, mate.
Come on. Just go from there, I'll hit for you.
हाँ? वो कौन बैठेगा?
Axel, it's your day. It's your day. Take your time. You're gonna swing it, but it's okay.
They're very busy.
Sorry. और वो घड़ी भी घुमाई आना.
Yeah, it should suit him. Very hungry for runs. Yeah. Exactly.
We need your prayers, your wishes, everything today now.
Exactly. So we
should work today.
all ready for it. We've done half of the hard work.
Exactly.
Yeah, half. Kick for half, and now it's the next half. Come on, boys.
Come on, let's advance. You come back.
This guy is awesome. Okay. Very boring.
Come on, Shivu!
Righto, welcome back viewers. Västergotland Blixt innings commences. That's a magnificent nut there. Came out a bit slower than it looked it might have, swung away a little bit. Play and missed. The target is 134 off the 20 overs. The Blixt have made round about 150 in their first two games, so it's definitely within reach. And a follow-up nice nut. This guy's just moving it away. His action suggests he's going to bowl quicker than the ball's actually coming through, but they're beautifully placed nuts. Good line in that avenue of apprehension, as my mate Flemmo would call it. Moving away, short of a length. Beautiful start for him. And again, comfortably missed outside off. Well played.
Well played, boy, well played.
Crowd agreeing with the commentator. All on the same page, which is nice. We're off the mark. Off the mark now. Scampered through for a nice easy single, brings Carlson Lacey to strike. And I'll hand over to Sundar in the commentary booth soon. Come on, young man. And that's a beautiful first over from Usman Yabar. Only one run coming off it, beating the bat 5 balls out of 6, perhaps.
Right, Pranav Sundar.
This guy bowls a bit like Malinga, the slinger, doesn't he? Famous Sri Lankan.
Vastragotal and Blixt started their innings chasing 134, which is set by Stockholm Force. At the end of 1 over, just having a slow start, Blixt 1 run. It's a white signal from the umpire. They're left by Karthike. The guy who is bowling, the Shahid Haydari, which is very much resembles like Sri Lankan fast bowler Malinga. The no ball. It's a good no ball signal by the umpire.
That's quite nice to get a free hit early in the innings, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Gives the batsmen who are probably a little bit nervous coming into this. It's a big game for these boys.
That's true. That's very much true.
This gives him a chance to be free.
Let's look at Karthike, what he's doing, going through with the free hit. No, he misses that.
Now, if he hit that, I think it would have gone into Malmö Harbour. He threw everything at it. certainly a bit of movement out there of the ball. It's conditions have dried out a little bit. This new ball for the Force team in green is going to stay dry. It's low cloud coverage. It's a little humid. Good conditions for swing bowlers.
But I think there is no much movement to the ball. That's what I can see. Do you feel the movement?
I've seen a little bit of outswing. This guy's got not prodigious, but a little bit. The big tall fella from the other end was moving the ball nicely away, just bowling in that beautiful corridor outside the off stump, maybe starting on off stump, moving it away to a fourth or fifth stump.
That's end of second over. Blixt is having a slow, steady start of 3.
And listen,
without any loss of any wicket.
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. These guys are bowling well. There's been quite a bit of playing missing. Consistently, they're bowling just short of a length, just outside off stump. So
very disciplined bowlers, yeah.
Yeah,
and they're matured players,
and known for that, aren't they? I mean, we knew that coming in. They're a good bowling side. So this will be interesting. The boys here have got to get themselves settled.
They have a long way to go, and the Blixt batting lineup is also pretty impressive, and they have a good.
There's a batsman here. It might pay to take yourself out of the crease a little, try and disrupt the bowler's length, perhaps. I know this young man, Axel, tends to do that. He looks like he's batting outside of his crease.
Looks like.
You normally read the game that way. And get to the ball on a fuller length.
No, I think he is taking a step and he's thinking he's going to come. Oh no, as you rightly said, Paul. I think he's standing a little away from the crease. I don't know. It's a good piece of ball.
Now that kept unusually low. I haven't seen one do that, so I'm really pleased he kept that out.
It's pretty low, yeah.
That was well done.
Running between the wicket. That's a quick single by Axel.
And it's good cricket, isn't it? When you're tied up, the bowlers are bowling well. Just to find a way to drop the ball at your feet, take the pace off it, soft hands.
And keep rotating the strike is the key here, rather than looking for big hits at this point of time.
Very true. And remembering, Blixt have got this left-hand, right-hand combination, which can make it a little difficult for bowlers. Adjust their line. That one a little shorter than others.
I know that there is no run.
Driving on the up confidently and probably just hitting it too well to get that safe single. Good decision not to run that one. No need to take unnecessary risk at this early stage of the game.
And if you really look at the last 2 games, they lost early 2 wickets in yesterday and day before.
Yeah, that ball took off.
Yeah, that was an uneven bounce. Yeah, Paul?
That's one way to describe it. That ball just exploded off a good length. I believe there's rolled gravel underneath these wickets with the AstroTurf on top.
I believe so. Otherwise, I see no reason why this ball will need to go this bounce.
Oh, that struck beautifully, and that's heading out to the boundary for the first boundary of the innings.
That's the first boundary of the innings, and a fantastic shot by Karthikeyan.
Yeah, that's a beautiful stroke, and I think anything that's full and wide, I think this guy has been given a licence to throw his bat at it, hasn't he? And that's his game.
That is the role.
Yeah.
That is the role. He has been sent for that.
Yeah.
You just need to make utilization of all the balls away from the wicket to send to the boundary.
Fantastic.
And you need to make utilization of the full utilization of the power play.
Exactly. Beautiful start.
Good check.
Guys,
quick, please. Loving boys, thank you.
thank you. There was a little bit of disruption in the field. Outside the field, there was other team who were watching and distracting the batsman's focus and concentration. That's a dead piece of.
Watch your partner. Come on, boys. Faster, fast runs, faster, come on. Always fast runs.
Karthik is on strike. The team members calls himself address him as Malinga, the Shahid Haidari. His action very much resembles to Malinga.
Footwork, come on, boy.
Fourth over is running. Good running between. Oh, that's a very good throw by.
Oh, there's a run.
No.
He's not looking.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not out.
Like a run there if he was aware, but you can see that a bit in junior cricket. They can tend to run well past the stumps, thinking that the players has finished. So it's just experience and
they need
game awareness as they play more cricket.
They need to have a look and eye on the ball so that they even can steal another run.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's true. And between two good sides here, it might come down to one run. So you just never know. You try and steal whatever run you can.
Paul, how do you feel when Axel is on the crease and he's on strike now?
A little bit too nervous, unfortunately, from a father's perspective.
Lovely shot. Very fantastic.
Lovely. That was a beautiful drive by Axel on the offside and a quick single. We have seen him in the few sessions we had in Sweden. He was quick to take the singles, drop it shot and run, play with soft hands. He has excellent talent and he also has some big hitting shots skills as well. So we are yet to see that in this match today, I'm sure.
And that's end of fourth over. 11 for no loss.
Yeah, Sunda, he'll be very eager to put that on display. He's been very disappointed with the first couple of games. Run out.
First game was unlucky. Second game it was a beautiful ball.
It was a nice delivery.
Delivery.
It's interesting, isn't it? What that sets up for a batsman. You only need one ball, and so it starts to affect your mentality a little bit. And kids, it's part of the pressure of cricket, and you have to get used to that and find the joy in there and not put too much pressure on yourself.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of the game. As youngsters, they're learning every day. Like, one ball makes you feel, okay, I have still something to learn.
And we never stop learning, Sunda.
No, never.
Change of bowler here, is it? No?
Yeah, they're there. They're setting the.
It is, yeah.
Setting the field and last 2 more overs before the power play ends.
Yeah.
This is the 5th over. So we want to see how Karthikeya you make use of this. The remaining 2 more overs in power play.
Oh, that's dropped. That's the luck that Axel needs. He was dropped.
Yeah, there's a lucky break there.
Lucky break there.
And let's see, that's his chance now to go on and make them pay for that, isn't it?
Exactly. He should make use of this really to his advantage.
Yeah, short of ball there. He didn't really fully strike it. It might have come onto him a little quicker than he expected.
It hurried up on him.
Yeah.
But the intention was good. He wanted to go for a pull.
No, there's no big appeal for leg before.
Now listen,
and the ball was going away from the defense.
I love that ball. He's bowled a beautiful slow ball there.
Yeah.
The change of pace is so valuable in T20 cricket. Keep the batsman guessing.
And to benefit the viewers, this team, Stockholm Force, has been the winners for this JPL Junior Premier League tournament last year, and they're leading the top of the table as well.
Oh.
They are a very good side. They are a very balanced side as well. They play very good cricket, competitive cricket.
And to keep them to 133, Sunda, that seems to have been a good start,
that's
right?
That's a very brilliant effort by Vastra Blixt team.
Yes, and today the Blixt team on the field were very energetic and quite...
There were no major misfields apart from one or two here there, otherwise...
He looked to shape that one back into the right-hander there.
Is that no? Oh no, there's some discussions between the crease. Yeah. Axel want to give him some kind of...
Rotate karo, basics pe aa jao, rotate karo, kuch nahi ho raha, rotate karo, aaram se
He
khelo.
normally likes to try and build partnership out in the middle and build a good relationship with his batting partner and try and reassure. Some guys like that. Some guys like to go into their own shell.
Yeah.
That could be a wide.
Actually, it's a matter of few balls for Karthikeya. He's very strong on the short pitch balls and leg side. I can see that coming. If he gets it on the slot, for him, he's a very tall chap. He's 6 feet 2 or 3 inches high. 187 centimeters, I think, right? So anything that's short, he can pull it up.
Long levers.
Yeah. Ooh. He's unlucky, he couldn't connect that. I would reckon that it would have gone to the road there and hit one of the cars.
He has certainly made his intentions clear, hasn't he? He's swung like a dunny door, we would say, in Australia.
What is that, Paul?
A dunny door would be the door of an outside toilet.
Oh my God!
On a windy night.
Swinging
like a dunny door.
Okay. Oh, that's a spot. That's a
wonderful catch.
That was very brilliant catch by.
It's a wonderful catch.
It's the end of Karthikeya.
And Yathat is the new
batsman.
The captain of Blixt. Karthikeya will be disappointed.
But it is a shame that he didn't get onto that, isn't it? His intentions were clear. Didn't quite get away with the plan of swinging.
But even after all these things, he has never let the shoulder down or yes, the intentions were still positive and go for it.
100%.
That's impressive.
Yeah, really good.
I think this team is comparatively more quicker and faster than the previous teams. So the ball is hurrying up. Even this ball which Karthikeya tried to hit over mid-off.
Yeah.
Had it been a spot slower, he would have been connecting it, right?
Yeah.
And the ball which hurried up on Axel as well was a bit fast as well.
No overs on that? No. Oh yeah, it's over. End of 5th over, 13 for 1. The batsman got out. It's Karthikeya.
It's bluff there, snipped down through gully. Single.
Rotation is the key. Come on, boys.
Getting up the other end, rotation is valuable, as one of the spectators just shared. Thanks, mate.
That the new batsman. That could be a white ball. Yes, that's a white.
So the new batsman here, is that our skipper?
Yeah. That is the skipper.
Tell us a bit about him. Tell the viewers a bit about him. Is he in the Sweden under-17 side?
That's true, Paul.
Yeah.
He is the captain of Gothenburg Cricket Club. He is the captain of Blixt team as well. He is a very promising player for the
that's a brilliant piece of fielding by...
He's a very promising player for the under-17. And in fact, last year he gave a solid knock for Blixt team against Lavin. He's a natural, vibrant player who plays all his shots attacking. We are yet to see him performing with the bat this season for this JPL. It's a matter of time, and if he gets going, he goes for high scores.
I think he's done a lovely job out there as a skipper with the fielding positions in the main, these first 2.5 games.
Very true. 3 more balls left for the field restrictions.
He's certainly got a strong sense of gravitas and leadership out in the middle. The boys respect him.
He's a natural leader, and he likes to give more than 100% in all areas of the game. He's an excellent fielder as well. And you could see the way he bowled today and took those magnificent catches yesterday while he was bowling. He's always a trier.
Yeah.
Try hard. Or rather, I would say a fighter.
Yeah. That's beautifully played, and that's running down towards the boundary beyond the point. It's 4 runs. No, just saved it.
Beautiful piece of fielding there. 2 runs. The brilliant knock by...
Good fielding. Excellent fielding. Both the stopping it desperately on the boundary and that throw bouncing in over the stumps. It's a wise decision to not go for the extra run.
The ball hit the batsman's right hand.
On the throw, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed that.
So a little bit of confusions. A little bit of discussion happening.
You don't want only fight it. No, I have that.
Bit of feedback from David up in Yeppoon in North Queensland. Nice shot. He enjoyed that square drive.
Great. Great to hear the feedback.
I don't like also. Not samosa.
So this is the crowd which has joined us for today. And the next match, the team is getting ready. They are coming into the field.
Good work, boys. Keep it up.
Oh, that's the end of the power play now. The end of power play, and after 6 overs, 17 for 1. It's a slow start, but Blixt has a long way for a lot of good batting lineup, so they can accelerate now and make it happen.
Come on, Axie. Time for show. Come on, Axie.
Axel, the man on strike. That's a brilliant shot.
You took me literally. Come on, boy.
A little bit of feedback coming in from Melbourne, Australia, from well-known local cricketer Bradley Mogford, who's saying the boys really need to focus here on rotating the strike.
Yeah.
And that's a lovely shot. Just doing as Moggy would like.
Exactly.
A few gaps opening up now with the end of the power play. A couple of players pushed back. And certainly when the bowling's good, that's the job, isn't it? Just to find the singles, soft hands, push the gaps.
Both the boys are a bit tentative because they had from a batting perspective, they didn't click in the last two games. So once they get going, I'm very sure they'll start. See.
No one.
Okay, brilliant catch and hard luck for Axel. Blixt lost their second wicket. The batsman got out with Axel. 6 runs. Next batsman is Kevin. Kevin is very well known for his stability. And he has a good season. Yesterday against Storm, he scored a brilliant 50.
Partnership time, come on boys.
That was very unfortunate fall, but I think the ball stopped on him, or
yeah.
It hit top of the bat, right?
Yeah, he didn't quite pick it up, did he?
Pick it up, right? Yeah. How are the pitches?
For the whole of it, do not pull. You can't with that bat. Of course, I pulled 3 times.
There we go. We heard it from the batsman himself. Frustration there.
It'll be.
That's cricket, isn't it?
It's very good cricket.
You were just saying about one bad ball, and for the batsman to.
No, that's all it takes, isn't it?
Exactly.
As bowlers, we get to make some mistakes. As batsmen, you don't generally get to make too many.
Yes.
That's a quick single. Oh no, that could be. Oh no, that's a quick single. Very interesting. And these boys are very quick in between the wickets, and they are playing together for several years, and they have fantastic understanding in between the wickets.
It will be interesting how Kevin adapts to the pull shot, because the ball is coming quicker than expected, and both the boys went out for pull.
I think you're right there, Sundar.
If you really look at it, Kevin has. If you really look at it, like the last couple of years, Kevin has been a little defensive, and now in this year, from later this year and this year, he has been come out of that kind of shell, and he is going very with positive intent. What do you say, Sundar?
Yeah, he's basically improved his scoring shots and taking more singles.
Yeah.
He's the kind of player who likes to stay in the wicket and protect his wicket.
Yeah.
Now with the T20 game coming up more and more,
he is adapting the situation and he's maturing enough as well.
And he's as well growing as a kid as well.
Yeah.
And interestingly, in the tournament so far, he's hit 12 fours. And I know talking with him last week, he talked about the fact that he felt he didn't have a lot of natural power.
Yes.
But yesterday's innings was magnificent. More than a runnable, better than runnable 50, and some fantastic fours. Square of the wicket in particular, he's got this beautiful ability to stroke the ball, use the pace of the ball.
Kevin is a very technical player.
So as Paul said, he doesn't have the power to clear the boundaries, but this field is like tailor-made for him. Yeah. He places the ball into the gaps and it gets a
very dry and hard, and it's very, very useful for the players who drives them. Yeah, it's nice. Good piece of cricket. Oh.
Played.
Even after the field restrictions, you can only see 2 fielders. Oh no, 3 fielders. Yeah, okay. That's it.
Oh, that's
an interesting shot.
Even superbly, slightly on the up, and he's hit that with great timing.
Excellent timing.
For a moment there, I thought we might have been in for a caught and bowl, but it was well wide of the bowler.
It's a very thoughtful shot and very controlled.
Yeah.
It's a sensible piece of batting by Yatharth.
That they've pushed back the long on.
Oh, no, that's no man's land.
One more ball hurrying up, right?
It's certainly the trend we're seeing, isn't it? That shorter ball, they're not getting the time that they might expect they're going to have.
Yeah, shorter ball is... Oh, is it a free hit? Okay.
Now it's a no ball, yeah.
Umpire is... the square leg umpire says it's a no ball. Main leg umpire says...
is not convinced. Some
What's
bit
the
of
rule there?
discussions.
Does it need to be above shoulder height to be a no ball?
Yeah.
1 bouncer per over is allowed, but this was more than... I don't know.
Okay.
The rules are a bit
So
tricky.
finally they agreed, oh, it's a no ball.
It's a no ball.
Ball continues, come on. Come on, Kevin.
It's a no ball.
Give me something nice. Come on, Kevin.
It's a free hit. Now we need to see, there is a field change.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a brilliant piece of shot by Kevin. Oh! we were just discussing about, we were telling about Kevin. Kevin's positive intent is very visible here.
Beauty,
So he just make utilization of that free hit and all the way for 4. Fantastic shot.
Wonderful controlled shot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was wonderful. He didn't lose his shape there.
Yeah.
He didn't lose his shape.
Stay steady. Come on.
This is a positive intent, you know, we were just discussing about Kevin.
And you know, he's at that age now, isn't he? 15, where the body starts to get stronger, you grow into it a bit, surprise yourself a little perhaps by being able to strike the ball a little more firmly. And cricket's not unlike golf, where it's not so much about brute strength, is it?
No.
You know, it's strength, but it's timing.
Timing and technique.
So timing is the main key, I would say.
And since it's a leather ball, it seems, and the conditions also affect it a lot. It seams around, spins around.
Well dialed and well played.
If it is putty, call for it, putty boy.
And that's the end of 7th over. No, 8th over, sorry. 30 for 2. Yes, still we are going slow but steady.
Much better than what Blixt was there yesterday.
Yeah. It's much better than yesterday.
Yesterday it was at the end of 10 overs, we were 48 for 4. Right? 40.
Something like that. 40 plus.
After being 4 for 17. So that was quite a comeback, wasn't it?
It was quite a comeback.
Nearly 120 run partnership.
120 run partnership, yeah.
Kevin and Anish.
The captain and the vice captain are at the crease. We need them for Blixt to win. They should stay till the end and finish this game today with good honors.
Keep calm. New bowler, assess him.
A lot of tips coming here from the crowd, especially the parents.
I do like that comment though, isn't it? You know, new bowler, assess him. It's part of game thinking.
Yes,
it's a good thought.
Yeah.
Lovely shot by Yatharth. It's a good piece of fielding. That's
certainly nice when you get a wide short one from the new bowler, isn't it? You can assess him all the way out to the point boundary and back.
They have an interesting field. Singles are quite open, right? On both the sides of the wicket.
No.
That's the second time we've seen one explode off a length.
Yeah.
You did very well to play that.
Second over or third over.
It's definitely a spot.
Surprising.
It's an uneven spot.
I think the same side.
Yep.
The sun has come out and it's a perfect batting day for Blixt. The grass is drying up as well. So fast outfield, advantage Blixt.
Beautifully played.
Well played, boy.
Again, it's bounced off a length. I've just got some feedback from some Swedish family in Falkenberg, and they're saying they're watching the game. They don't quite understand the state of the game and where we're at. So, to explain that, the side in green, Stockholm Force, made 133 runs from their 20 overs. The Blixt boys in pink are now batting, and they are roughly 30 runs with the loss of a couple of wickets. But without being technical about it, I think you'd say the game's fairly evenly poised, and we won't really know for another hour.
Yeah. What I would start explaining them is, do they understand cricket? We may have to give them an overview, right?
Bit of an overview, I think.
So just, wow.
That is a brilliant knock by... Oh, that's going all the way for...
That's
big one.
Yeah, I think that's a 6 over extra cover.
Looked like it was over.
It's a 6.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. Brilliant 6 by Attack.
So for our Swedish viewers, if you hit the ball like that and it goes over the boundary line, on the full, you get 6 runs and you don't need to run them.
Yes.
Which is quite nice if you're out of energy.
Exactly. So, if you understand baseball, in baseball you have 4 bases. In cricket we have 2, and we call them as wickets. You see those 2 children run in the pink dress in the middle? The wicket we call it, this is called a wicket. You see 3 pieces of wood standing there, and there's 1 wicket here and 1 wicket here. So in baseball you have to run between the 4 bases. Here you run back and forth between the wickets. That's the first step. Second thing is, as a batsman, you have to protect the wicket. The batsman here is the boys who are dressed in pink color. They are batting team, and the fielding team is trying to hit the wicket. Get them out. That's the whole principle to start with. And now, unlike baseball, where the ball is bowled full, here the ball is pitched, and it will seam and spin because it's made of leather, and it has stitches in it. And it can spin. Now you see a bowler who's coming is a spin bowler. Yeah. So we'll continue. Single. So you see the batsman. His name is Kavin. He hit the ball, and unusually this bowler bowled full like a baseball, but usually he has to pitch. And he hit the ball on the ground and he came to this side. So with that previous ball, the batsman gets 1 run because he ran from 1 wicket to the other.
Beautiful shot.
Beautifully struck, wasn't it?
Beautiful strike. Yes.
Beautiful.
Likewise, the fielding team, which is in green, has scored 135 runs, right?
Yes,
135 runs.
33.
133.
That's a brilliant piece of playing. He need to Kavin is doing. Kavin need to give maximum strike to Ethar because he is in good
form.
Touch and good form.
Yes.
So I think.
So 133 runs is scored by the fielding team in green color, which means like 133 points, something like that. And the batting team has to score that.
Lovely shot.
And this match is stipulated 120 balls. 120 times the fielding team will throw the ball or pitch the ball to the batting team, and that's where they have to score this.
Well done, boys.
Good one, Kavin.
And there are 10 ways of getting out.
That's end of 10th over, so there will be a short break now. End of 10th over 45 for 2. Etharth on 20, Kevin on 8.
And there are 10 ways of getting out. One is when protecting the wicket, the 3 pieces of wood, the ball hits the stumps, right? Then you're out. Then, of course, hitting in the air and the fielder catches, you're out. While running between the 2 bases or the wickets, you are short of the crease and the fielding team hits the wicket, it's out. So these 3 is good enough for now. And the 3rd one is called run out.
I'm going to ask you to just move back. I want a little perimeter in front of the boundary. I'm just wary if some catch comes or anything. Sure. So I'm going to move, everyone can move about 2 or 3 meters away from the boundary.
I'll take this. No, right, that will be restrictive for batsmen.
Same. Sorry viewers, we had to move the camera a little bit back. We had been asked to move. Yeah, that's a ball.
That's the ball.
I'll zoom it out. Wait. Yeah, that's a cricket ball, old cricket ball. You see the seam in the center. That's the seam. And the outer layer is made of leather. And there are 4 pieces which you can't see. There are 4 pieces of wood stitched together. And the ball, when pitched on this mat, green mat, it bounces, it swings, it spins. Now it's a 10 over break. That means 60 deliveries has been bowled. 60 times the batsman got a chance to bat. And they have scored 44 runs, I suppose, right? 44 runs. And they're strategizing on how do we play the remaining 60 deliveries. The fielding team is planning on how to get them out. So 45 runs of 10 overs. An over, when we say it's 6 balls consists of 1 over. 6 times a bowler is allowed to bowl from one end, and then we change end and go to the other side and bowl the remaining 6 times. So likewise, 5 overs on this end and 5 overs on the other end. So when I say this end, I'm calling this from the Malmö beach end, and that's the Malmö road end. Let's call it like that. Malmö beach end and Malmö road end. So now the wicket keeper is standing in the Malmö beach end and the bowler is coming from the Malmö road end. And batsman on strike is Kevin. This is the batsman on strike. He's going to face the bowler who's going to run in, streaming in from the Malmö road end, where you see the white car going there in the back. He's a left-arm bowler. The bowler on green shirt for the bowling team bowls with his left hand.
Sundar, do you want to zoom a little bit in?
Keeper will not be allowed. Sure.
Okay. Maybe little. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Sure.
Good running.
Good running. Nicely placed in the gap.
Got up again.
Got up again.
That's something strange there, Paul.
There is, isn't there? And they managed to hit that quite frequently.
Good running again, 2 runs.
Well run.
Right. That's a quick single. Wait.
Don't jump in the air, mate.
Quick single. Now, like how your friend from Australia has been telling, right? They have started to run singles.
It's true. That's for you, Moggy. Boys turning the strike over.
And Etharth and Kevin has been playing together for 3 to 4 years together.
There's quite a task ahead, needing about 9 runs and over.
Yes.
On this ground, in this style of cricket, that's very achievable.
Because in all the matches we have seen, which Blixt has chased or whether they have set the score, the first 10 overs has always given them 45 to 50 runs, and the next 10 overs has given them 100 runs.
Yeah.
That's how, unlike the other teams who use the power play to the best, Blixt has not utilized the power play to the best.
Yeah.
Instead, they have they bat deep down the order.
The second half they make utilization.
So that's what they would believe in. But yeah, let's see. Shami is the bowler. Shami is the senior bowler for Albi Cricket Club, and he plays for the Swedish Storms. He's also for the part of the under-19 team.
That's beautiful cricket. Fantastic cricket.
Yeah, and giving strike to Yathat. Yathat can go after Shami. If he puts a short ball, he has the power to clear the boundaries.
Yeah.
Unlike Kevin, right? So that it's a very beautiful cricket we are playing today.
Yeah. Lovely off drive. We've got the boundary well covered here. We're going to get 2.
That was beautiful running. That was excellent running within the wicket.
With this up and down outfield, you can really, if you run that first run hard,
yeah,
you can put pressure on the fielder and force a mistake. That's one we'd love to see that just dropped into mid-wicket there. There's a single every time, isn't there?
Yes, exactly. It's completely open.
Beautiful shot
Beautiful
off the back foot.
Oh, that's also they ran too. That's brilliant.
Brilliant running. They're churning singles and doubles like anything.
Yeah.
And the point I would like to make, the under-17 coach Rajan Sharma has made the boys run every day and train. Wow,
that is a magnificent shot out to the point boundary, but well picked up.
And
the irony of that is when you hit the ball so well and there's a fielder, you get 1 run rather than 2, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. So I was talking about Rajan Sharma. He has asked all the boys to train every day running, and that's now paying off.
There's a run there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this over, how many runs have they taken, Sandeep? In this particular over, because just without any boundaries, they were able to take
1, 2, 3, 5, 6 runs.
Very good.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Oh no, 7 runs.
7 runs.
Yeah.
7.
End with the 1 run.
Yeah.
7 runs. 7 runs without any boundary.
Without any risks.
It's an interesting piece of cricket, right?
They made that once into 2 times, and then took a single of the wide free replacement.
Yeah. They are in the right track.
So at the end of 12 overs, Blixt 57 for 2. They need 77 runs in 8 overs with 8 wickets remaining. Current run rate is 4.8, required run rate is 9.6. Wide ball.
Wide ball, good lead. Well left by Kavit.
It's a time in the game when you'd love to see a 12 off and over or a 15
exactly.
off and over.
Yes,
If you can sneak in a big over at some stage, it takes a little bit of heat off. At the moment,
Exactly.
the run rate per over is just creeping up.
They need to choose the right bowler to do that.
Yeah.
And,
I think they are doing it for this Shami. I think this bowler also could be. Oh!
It's an excellent ball.
Excellent ball. Yorker. Dipping into his legs. Not giving him the room to hit.
That's a brilliant. That's a quick run there.
Again, it's lovely bowling. He's giving him no room there, right up on the toes.
He is sticking to his basics, I would say.
Middle and leg. Oh, might need some magic spray again.
Oi, again. if you look at it, Paul and Sundar, today there were many injuries to the players, yeah?
Yeah. In fact, I was worried about the rain conditions, but the injury is not due to that.
Due to the rain, exactly. Today morning when we started, it was so drizzling and the whole ground was wet. We thought that could be a reason for injuries, but unfortunately that is not.
Exactly. So at the small medical break, our score is 59 for 2, 12.3 overs. Yatharth playing on 25 runs of 25 balls with 100 strike rate, 1-4 and 1-6. Kevin playing on 15 of 18 balls with 1-4 and 83 strike rate. The current run rate is 4.7, required run rate is 10. 75 runs required in 7.3 overs.
Considering the kind of lineup what we have, Sundar, and I think it is quite achievable when they have the right intent. What do you say, Sundar?
Exactly, because this field is still very fast in spite of the rain, and it's carrying quite quick to the boundary. They just need to rotate and take it till the last over.
Oh, that fielder got really injured and he is limping back to the pavilion. The fielder got injured.
There's a small interruption in play. Now we are resuming. There's a helicopter flying above the ground.
The game resumes.
Yatharth on strike.
Arav Jain, fourth ball. The new bowler. That's a shot. That's the fielder, straight to the fielder. 1 run. That's a brilliant piece of running between the wickets by Kevin and Yatharth. Something disturbing in Kevin's left foot.
Since this bowler is not easy to hit, they are taking twos.
End with a single. At the end of 13th over, 63 for 2. Seven more overs to go. 71 runs from 7 overs. 10 runs per over.
Sun has come out bright. Shami to continue.
42-71.
Huh? Shami to continue. Kevin on strike. Two quick use of feet. Giving strike to Yatharth.
Bowling, bowling. देख के, सामी भाई है वो देख के खेलो. One only one. Make it.
Good call. Ideally, the previous run they should have ran two.
Exactly.
This is fast to the field. Maybe that they want to give Yatharth the strike.
Possible.
Because that was hit nicely slow.
That's a quick single.
So,
a lot of room for singles in there, if you really look at it. There are lots of room, but even the fielding team knows that the singles is not going to hurt them a lot.
Lovely shot.
That's a misfield.
So the interesting ploy by Fors, they have kept all the fields in the deep.
Because they wanted to stop the boundaries.
They don't mind leaving the singles.
Exactly, because they know that per over the Blixt need around 10 runs, a little more than 10 runs. So singles will not really hurt them.
Yeah, but on the other hand, they have 8 wickets in hand, Blixt.
They really need to go for it now.
Yeah, they'll have to go for it. And what I'm saying is, this last 6 overs, 67 for 2 is a good score. And Blixt can make it happen because they have wickets in hand.
Yeah. Now we know they need to take around 67 runs in 6 overs. Ethart on strike. Aram. That's a beautiful
lovely shot.
That's a little bit of
fumble and they ran 2.
Little bit of misfield from Fors. Ethart. Oh,
lovely.
That's a brilliant four. That is what.
Come on, Ethart. Good shot, good shot.
Another brilliant stroke by. Oh yeah, it's a brilliant stroke by Ethart. Ethart is on 34 of 31. That's another brilliant stroke. Oh. No, that's a 2 runs.
One of the misfield.
Little bit of confusion in the Fors side from there.
They're feeling
They're
the
putting
pressure.
little pressure.
They're feeling the pressure.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're feeling the pressure now. Yeah.
I think it's been good to put these boys under pressure. They've been out in front, haven't they? They're the favourite side.
They are yeah, exactly.
And funny things happen in cricket when you play with freedom.
Exactly. Good quick single.
Take responsibility, issue responsibility. Le lo, chalo, chalo. One more, Yatta.
Lots of tips from the viewers.
Yeah.
Definitely from parents.
Yes. The issue is to take responsibility.
He's already doing his work.
I think his mom tells the same thing at home as well. Take some responsibility. And also in the field. I don't know whether he does it at home.
At least
that
could be a wide ball. Yeah.
But definitely he does that in cricket.
The cricket, yeah. 32 balls, 37 runs is a brilliant knock by Ethart. And the same thing goes with Kevin, 21 of 24.
Certainly great platforms these boys have built.
Yeah. That's a short ball. That's a very short ball, and you can. Oh yeah, that's a brilliant piece of.
Well fielded.
He used his legs.
Yeah.
It would have hurt him a lot. See, now he's rubbing his legs. But the amount of commitment given, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise it would have been.
Of course, save 3 runs.
3 runs, right?
3 runs is very important at this stage.
Yes.
I like that he didn't call for the magic spray. Cricket. To the strike over.
That's the end of. Oh no, one more ball to go. Yeah.
54.
Oh no. Oh yeah, end of.
30 balls, 54 runs is quite achievable in this ground. I think these guys, it's not about putting a platform. They are kind of intent to finish the game by themselves. Yeah. The way they are looking at, they know what they are doing.
Looks like.
They have to go for a hit.
They are very clear.
Yeah.
30 ball, 54 to win. Come on, Yeshu. Maja dila de. Come on, boy. Maja dila de.
So some instructions from the dressing room in the form of water. So when they drink the water, the instructions gets in.
It's a very good point. Sometimes it's nice to get the clarity of someone being out there to tell you exactly what the equation is in a calm way.
Yeah.
So you can shut out the noise. There's a lot of enthusiastic voices, which is fantastic. But you just want clear communication, don't you? Calm heads, clear communication.
Yes.
So you know what the job is that you need to do.
Shami to Kavin. Oh, that's a brilliant knock by Kavin.
Masha is the fielder.
So these guys' ground fielding is excellent.
Yeah.
Difficult and up and down field. There's lots of bumps in this field. It's very firm. It's not easy for fielding. And he attacked that ball. Ooh. That's going to put some questions in the bowler's head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Someone calls from here, so that gives him a stuck back and see what's happening.
Lovely shot. That's going to go on.
Brilliant four by Yetha.
It's a wonderful four. Just as we talked about the good fielding, we saw one where he could have put his body behind that then.
Exactly.
Choosing not to put his body on the line for his team.
Yes.
It sends the wrong message, doesn't it, to your team? And that's a wonderful four.
Lovely shot.
That's a brilliant piece of four.
Yes.
Impressive four. That's an impressive four, and you should see the.
That is beautiful cricket. It's inventive cricket. It's bold cricket.
Yes.
It's fearless cricket.
And you were asking me in the beginning, how does Yatharth play, Paul? Now you see his game. It's slightly different from the way Kavin or Anish plays, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yatharth has hit a 50.
What a magnificent innings. The crowd on their feet. He's certainly targeting the right bowler here, isn't he?
Amazing shot, but there's a fielder.
Yesterday's innings was of different character, today's innings is of another character.
Yeah.
Too good.
The fielders are a bit more careful, and while they're putting the body behind and ensure that they don't want to lose any runs.
They are. And one observation I could
end
make.
End of 16th over, 95 for 2. Kavin is on 23, and Yatharth is on 51.
39 runs required of 4 overs. Current run rate 5.9. Required run rate 9.8.
You're talking then about the Stockholm guys are a little more tentative and careful in their fielding, and you can sense the game's changed a bit, can't you?
Exactly.
The Blixt guys have wrestled control back a little bit. It's waxing and waning, but Stockholm's feeling a little bit of heat here, and this is the time when the boys have to run that first single hard.
Yes.
Because by running that first single hard, they put pressure on a fielder who's feeling a little pressure anyway, and very often you force that mistake. You force that little fumble and you get that second run that you might not have otherwise got. So
this is going to be very interesting. Usman, the bowler, is bowling for Kavin. There's an history behind that. I'll tell you after this ball. So when these boys were 11 years, 12 years, 13 years
even
old.
less, Sundar.
I think it was 11, 12,
11, 12 years. Yeah.
It was 2017, 17, 18.
Yeah, 17. It means 5 years back.
5 years back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll continue after this ball. This is what happens if you are brave. Fortune favors the brave.
That's a brilliant knock by Kavin.
Yes. So 5 years back, Usman was very fast. It was a tennis ball match indoor. These were all small boys. He was bowling full on speed and Kavin got bowled to a Yorker. That is always in his mind. And let's see how he does it today.
He's done that beautifully so far.
Very brilliantly played. 3 balls, 5 runs. No, 6. Yeah, 5 runs. You need 1 more 4 in this over. That's it. Brilliantly knocked.
I need the first man faster. He's looking at the field and scanning where the players are. What kind of shot do you expect?
Oh, do you know, I've seen Kavin pull out a couple of ramp shots in this tournament, and I saw him hit one in the backyard at your house in the net, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's seeing fine leg empty.
Yes.
There's a fair bit of cricket left, so it might be too early to take that risk.
Do you see a run in the run there?
That's very fast. He hit fast. He didn't play with soft hands.
Okay. Last ball of 17th over.
You need a boundary.
That's a brilliant knock. 4.
2 runs.
Oh!
He's tired.
Yeah, the boys are both looking a little tired, aren't they?
Good match so far. They should ask for water, otherwise.
"31 runs required from 18 balls.
31 in 18 balls is just 10 runs. It's not so difficult.
Certainly very achievable in this type of cricket, isn't it? With the pace bowlers on, there'll be pace on the ball.
More easier, and it's brilliant to see Usman has 1 more over left, and Haidari has 1 over left. Now I need to see who will be the last bowler. That makes a difference.
Yeah, and we have a good batting lineup.
Exactly.
It's a pressure game. Cricket is funny, so let's see how it goes.
Atif.
They're changing his fielder now.
I certainly like the intention. I like the bravery.
Yes. At this age, right?
Yeah.
At this stage of the game, and this with its pressure. That's a
lovely
knock.
shot.
Yes, that's going to go for 4 runs.
That's going to go for 4 runs, yes.
That's a brilliant piece.
Full pressure.
Pressure does funny things, doesn't it?
Yes. when they push for 2, automatically the fielder is under pressure.
And it's not a hard thing to do.
And these boys has been running like anything, right?
Yeah.
And I think Rajan should feel proud about that. Lovely shot.
It's a brilliant shot. Or if it's not a 6. That is a maximum. What a shot. What a magnificent shot. What a fantastic shot. Oh, he's changed his decision. Umpire's
changed the decision to 4.
I think
regardless, it's been given a 4.
It has been given a 4.
No short, please.
Lovely shot.
Make it go.
Shami rightly targeting on Etar on the other end where he's running, but still he made a quick double.
Required runs is?
Required runs
23
come
runs.
down.
20 runs.
21 runs.
21 runs.
Second try. He won a 4 in the third man.
It's a reasonably low percentage shot that now. There's a man down there, the third man. Perhaps not worth taking the risk.
Not worth taking the risk, right?
Now,
21 runs of 19 balls. It's almost run a ball now.
Yeah.
The required run rate is...
There's plenty of 2s out there and there will be the odd 4, so...
Lovely shot.
Too hard.
Very good innings by Etar.
The brilliant knock by Etar. 62 out of 43, 7 4s and 1 6. Excellent play. Very well played by Etar.
62 runs of 43 balls. 7 4s and 1 6s. Excellent game. Wahaj is the new batsman in, left-hand batsman. The interesting move by Blixt. The crowd giving a standing ovation from all.
End of 18 overs, 113 for loss of 3 wickets. Blixt need 21 runs of 12 balls.
And they have pushed or made Wahaj come up the order over Anish. The team management.
They need boundaries now.
Yeah, the intention is to hit.
That is the purpose of Wahaj. So now we need to see how exactly Wahaj.
And it will be interesting how Kavin is going to handle the next 18 balls.
12 balls.
12 balls.
So there's only 3 fielders on the leg side here. It's fairly clear what his plans are.
Usman, the bowler, very experienced.
Pulling straight outside the off stump, I'd imagine, which might give the opportunity to step across and look to hit to leg.
The no ball.
No ball.
The no ball.
19 runs.
So a free hit.
It's a free hit.
For the viewers at home, the Swedish viewers, this is a free hit, so he cannot
12
get
balls,
out
19
here.
runs. They are packing the field on the left side, but unfortunately
They are making a different field because it's a left-right combination.
But no ball, how can they change the field?
Because the batsman is left-hander, right-hander.
That's a brilliant shot, but
get 1 run for that. This is an absolute cliffhanger.
every match, if you really look at it, the Monday, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the 3 matches were very, very close and made. That's a cricket.
Cliffhangers and highly entertaining.
3 matches.
So you can see the Skåne song supporting the
Blixt.
No, they're supporting the Fors because they want Blixt to lose today, so that they get a chance to get in.
Come on, boys.
That's
Wide ball and it's pitched out outside the pitch.
Should that be a no ball?
It should be a no ball, right?
Illegal delivery?
Outside the pitch, right?
Huh?
I thought it was.
I thought it was.
18.
Oh, I'd love to yell out, but I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
No, they got one more, no?
Yeah, the umpire should have done it in the first job. We can't count them.
17.
So he's trying to bowl wide line Yorkers. And
10 balls, 16 runs.
one of the parents is saying, Bhagavan Dikado, Bhagavan Dikado. What does it mean, Khandi? Bhagavan is saying?
Show the power. Another wide ball? No.
Bowler is frustrated.
Next over would be a very interesting over, Sundar. 15.
15, 10 balls, huh?
Lovely shot there. It's a good catch.
Come on, boys.
But that's the only thing that he has to do. He tried. Good shot.
No, that is
Equation.
his job.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a job.
That's the lead of the
Ismail is asking the equation.
Equation,
He's asking the equation.
9 balls, 14 runs. 9-14.
9-14. 9 balls, 14.
9-15.
9-15 is correct. There's a little confusion here. What is the 9 balls to go? 15 runs are required.
Yeah.
9 balls, 15 runs. It's an absolute cliffhanger here in Malmö.
We can do it. We can do it.
They're on the edge of their seat in Yeppoon, in Elwood, in Falkenberg.
I think he's going to try that paddle shot again. At least he saw this angle side. Let's see what he's going to try now. Single.
Boundary will relieve considerable pressure.
Absolute silence.
Absolute silence for this ball. Lot of attention.
It's okay, no problem.
So dot ball. Every dot ball is a pressure.
740.
Come on, boy. This over we need one big one.
Put the pressure on the run for 2 here. They'll come back for 2. And well run.
6 balls, 12 runs.
6 balls, 12 runs.
Oh my God, every ball 2 runs.
They need a boundary.
Yeah, we need a
Depends
boundary
on
or 2. Early in the over.
Yeah, in the over we need a boundary. Because these guys, I don't know whether they can hit a 6. Maybe they can prove us wrong.
Yep.
But
just a leading edge for 4 will be fine.
And it'll be. Oh, it's going to be. Who's going to bowl now? That's interesting.
They don't have a bowler, basically. Atif is not a choice. Maybe Shahid Haidri could be an option, but I don't know why they have not.
Atif has bowled his 4 overs.
Atif has not bowled 4 overs, but
Atif is one of the very good bowlers.
Shahid Haidri could be an option because he 3 overs 9 runs. Is it who? I don't know who is this.
Sundar, it's a cliffhanger. Last over.
Yes, exactly.
What's required?
We'll win. We are here to win. And we are here to win.
$12 runs, 6 balls.
Five balls, 12 runs.
Atif.
Offside is open actually. But it's a pressure situation unlike yesterday.
Very good running. Good running, Hassan.
Right, fantastic field.
Running, Hassan.
10 runs required. 4 balls, 10 runs. 4 balls, 10 runs. 4 balls, 10 runs. Who is the bowler? Bowler name?
Atif.
Atif is the bowler.
I think there are many children in the cricketing world who would dream of one day being at the crease in this situation.
Excellent running.
And being the one to get the winning runs.
3 balls, 9
Come
runs.
on, Hassan. 6. 1-6, Hassan. Hassan. 1-6.
So he's been.
3
He's
balls.
got a reasonable length outside off stump, hasn't he?
Exactly.
So I don't know
3
that we'll
balls,
see
9
anything
runs.
different unless he's brave enough to bowl a slower ball, perhaps. Some anticipation of that. He could perhaps go over cover.
Come on, Atif.
So my heart is beating like nuts.
Again, 2 balls, 8 runs.
Offside free-ஆ இருக்குடா, offside free-ஆ இருக்கு.
2 balls, 8 runs.
One ball, 6 runs. This is going to be very nerve-bite. I mean, like this.
பவுன்சர் போடுவான்டா. கவின் பவுன்சர் போடுவான்.
நான் வந்து அடிக்க சொல்லுங்க.
पुल பண்ணு
मारनी है बाउंसर नहीं देना बीच में मारनी है
ஏய் மாத்திட்டான்டा வேற போட சொல்றான்
Okay. So the winners of last year's tournament have just gone to the finals. We'll meet them again in the finals. The boys played really well. So it's going to be a repeat scene in the finals when we meet them again.
What a magnificent game of cricket.
Magnificent.
I mean, it's just a game of inches, isn't it?
Yes,
and,
exactly.
When it comes down to that, you go back and you look and you think, could we have run some first runs harder?
Yes.
What could we do to turn the tide?
Exactly. But it was a great game of cricket.
Great advertisement for cricket in Sweden.
Yes.
So in Yeppoon, Northern Queensland, it's okay to go to bed in Elwood. Thanks for tuning in.
So the final score, Stockholm Fors 133 for 6 in 20 overs. Vastra Yotal and Blixt 129 for 4. Stockholm Fors won by 4 runs. It has been an excellent cricket match. So the outcome of this Lavin versus Skåne Storm will determine who is the next finalist.
Magnificent morning of cricket.
So if Skåne wins the next match,
It's so easy, man. You never made them easy. Correct, no?
So the run rate, as per run rate, still Vastra Yotal and Blixt is in the second position, and Stockholm Lavin and Skåne Storms are in the third and fourth position for the point summary. So if Lavin wins the game next match, then Vastra Yotal and Blixt is out of the tournament. If Lavin loses the match and Skåne Storms wins with a high margin, then Yotal and Blixt gets into the Skåne Storms gets in. So the next match is going to determine who is going to be the finalist. The first match loss is going to haunt them a lot, and both the matches they lost has been on very, very small narrow margin.
Yeah.
Viewers, we are going to change the camera position. Please bear with us.
Anish, बाकी आओ बाकी. Leave it. आपकी ट्रॉफी होटल में.
होटल में. आगे फोन.
ए, उस्मान आपकी ट्रॉफी किधर है? मेरी बैग में. ले आओ जरा बाकी.
Ismail. Ismail, little bit, guys.
If you want to lose, you could have lost like 20-30. It's fine.
It's easier to get smashed than
Hasim, wider up. Stand wider. Yeah.
Yes. Match nummer 50 va? Det var 50 matchen idag här. mellan Västra Götaland och Stockholm Fors. Och varje gång vi har Västra Götaland involverat i en match, det blir spänning, det blir energi, det blir känslor, det blir en riktigt bra match. Så vi måste ge en applåd till det här gör att vi har den bästa matchen. Varje gång, det här är tredje gången de möter ett lag. Vi har energi till sista bollen. Det är det här vi vill se på planen. Mycket bra jobbat. På våra lag så har vi individuella spelare som har gjort sitt bästa för att hjälpa till sitt lag och att vinna matchen. Men tyvärr så blir det inte så som man tänker. Men man har försökt att kämpa till sista sekunden. Vi har 5 top performance of this match. På femte plats så har vi Atif Belawal som har försvarat de här 12 poäng i sista över. Han har 22 runs, en wicket för 24 runs. På fjärde plats vi har en Untalang, Kevin, som har 79 poäng. Riktigt bra gjort där. Sen har vi på tredje plats har vi Noman Tarakhil. Han har 86 poäng totalt. Och 2 lyror. På andra plats det är en spelare som har totalt 240 poäng. Han kom till batting när de behövde en spelare som kunde stå på pitchen till sista bollen. Och det var Moni Safi som har gjort men enligt systemet och enligt matchsituationen och den här spelaren som har gjort sitt bästa, han har totalt 325 poäng under hans bältet. Han gjorde 62 bra poäng för sitt lag. Han blev out när hans lag behövde honom mest. Men tyvärr det gick inte bra för honom. Han tog till och med 3 wickets för 17 poäng. Tog 2 liror också. Det är ingen annan än Yathar Singh. Enligt tabellen nu har vi Stockholm Fors med 6 poäng som har vunnit alla 3 matcher. Mycket bra gjort. Västra Götaland med 2 poäng. Net run rate minus 0,18. Så har vi Stockholm Lavin med 2 poäng minus 0,9. Och sist men inte minst Honestons med 0 poäng fortfarande minus 0,65. Vi har sista matchen kvar. Vi får väl se vilket lag kommer att möta Stockholm Fors imorgon i finalen.
Alla tre har fortfarande chans?
Yes, så alla 3 enligt tabellen de lever kvar här. Så vi får väl se vilket lag kommer att sluta på andra platsen. Det kommer vi få veta efter den här matchen. Så vi är fortfarande inte klara med resultatet. I slutet jag vill bara ha några ord från vår matchens referee Bilal.
Stor eloge till våra lagen. Jag tyckte ni spelade generellt sett i det som jag bad er om. Det är väldigt bra spirit of the game. Jag tyckte ni båda visade också det vi pratade om att det går att kasta med bra overweight. Båda lagen gjorde färdigt sin overweight inom den tiden ni skulle göra det. Trots att det var avbrott för skador. Så det ska ni ha stort till. Och annars, ja. Jag har inte mer att tillägga. Som sagt, grattis till Stockholm Fors. Jag önskar er lycka till. Ni har ju fortfarande chans på sista matchen. Så det blir spännande att se.
Ja.
It would be nice if we cheer the supporters together.
Så går vi härifrån. Nej, vi går härifrån dit och sen gör vi.
Without any, just go like this.
Vi går like this.
That will be the fun. När vi är färdiga så bara ett kort samtal med coach och kapten här och coach och kapten här med oss. Men efter vi är färdiga. So keep it a secret. Let's go there and then share them.
Let's go there and then we start with the clapping. Huh?
It's a good gesture for cheering the spectators or the parents. For all the efforts put by the parents, they have been appreciated. This is something the Blixt or the Gothenburg parents can feel proud about for the last 4 or 5 years of efforts which they have put towards their children in bringing up to the stage of cricket. So this is the player pavilion, the tents. That's the Blixt camp. Next match is between Lavin, which is on blue color, and Skåne Storms, which is on yellow color. So we are at the end of the relay. Thank you viewers, hope you enjoyed this relay. Today we had some professional commentary from Paul. He brought some variation to the whole scheme of things. I hope you all appreciated that. Thank you and see you soon. Bye.